Hi guys, I'm Becca Otis from Five Lines Pottery, and I'm located in Van.
And I'm Ryan Durbin from RD Ceramics, located in Highland Heights, Kentucky.
And welcome to Wheel Talk.
Tired, but I'll be good. Oh, it's being recorded. Dang it, I shouldn't have said
No, it started when you said, "Oh, it's being recorded, Heidi."
Yes, we're live. We're back with Heidi Fahrenbacher. Welcome back.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Heidi's my favorite guest. I don't know about everybody else, but Heidi will always be my favorite guest.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
I
Very nice.
I think there's something in Heidi's voice that makes me eternally joyful, and it's been that way since you started that one podcast that I can't remember the name of so many
Boldly
years ago.
podcast. Come
Boldly.
on, Becca.
Boldly.
Boldly.
She doesn't love you enough, Heidi, apparently.
No, it's okay.
Listen, bitch.
Becca loves the way I mumble.
I do. I love the way you mumble, and I love the way you think before you speak. It's my favorite aspect about you.
Oh, that's right, because you call me a slow talker, and I was like, well, I have to think about what I'm going to say.
You're very thoughtful. Yeah, I think that's a good quality.
No, it's the best quality ever. That's why I love it. And
oh, thanks.
Yeah. And then when people are like, maybe they would be like, "Oh, you're a slow talker," and I'm like, "Bro, just turn it on 1.5 speed. Who cares?"
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even notice.
Holy cow, man! I hope I don't talk that slow. People need to speed it up.
I listen to everything at 1.5 speed, so
I know you do. When you sent me that voice memo,
talk that slow.
When you sent me that voice memo earlier, Ryan, I listened to it at 2.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Was it that long?
You listen to those?
What?
You listen to those? I just read them.
Well, after I listened to them, I noticed that you can read it.
Oh.
So.
Wait, you can read it? You're talking about Instagram, right? You can't. It doesn't transcribe the Instagram ones, does it?
It does now. Yeah. No, it does now.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes Ryan will send me like 3-minute voice memos on text, and I don't even listen to them anymore. I just read them.
See, that's the difference. I would much rather listen to something than read 3 minutes of something because it probably doesn't transcribe it right.
Maybe I don't like your voice, unlike how I like Heidi's voice.
Oh, Ryan has a nice voice because
I'm kidding.
That,
Fair enough.
He has that subtle Southern accent.
I think that it actually matters. Actually, this is a great.
Maybe I just don't get to the point quick enough, and you just want to skim. I get it.
No. Actually, it's not. This is actually something great to talk about. I am a visual learner, and I prefer reading as opposed to listening. And you're an audible learner.
Oh yeah, like it's hard. Like if I listen to an audio book versus reading an audio, or you don't read an audio book. Yeah. I retain so much more information if I read it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't have the best reading comprehension, so that is the opposite for me.
Yeah.
The alternative would be
the opposite.
Yeah, the alternative would be I'm not reading anything, like physically. I'm just listening.
Right.
Yeah. But like when we let's say if Ryan and I have texting conversations, it is much easier to get my point across to him if we're talking, as opposed to like if he was reading what I was saying. I feel
that's interesting.
Yeah, because I'll need clarification for sure.
Yeah. He like needs all that stuff, as opposed to if I'm reading it, I'm like, oh yeah, I understand what's happening. So that is interesting and exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah. Everyone's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, Heidi's with us.
Welcome. She sure is. Welcome back. How was y'all's weekend? What's going on? What's new?
I got a new hammock.
Oh, you go. I'm sorry, Becca. I totally interrupted you. I got excited.
No, let's talk about the studio. My hammock is nothing.
Oh yeah, you got you're in hard hat land over there. What's going on?
Yeah. So they started. Well, they're done now, but they excavated and they had to. It's crazy. They had to remove all the top dirt and then they had to bring in a bunch of dirt, and it's gonna be like where they put the studio. It's so elevated now that it's kind kind of bizarre, but they had to do it that way for like the water.
Is it
Not
over
that
by
we-
where the chicken coop was?
No, it's at my house.
No, I know, but is it on the on the left side? If you're looking at the house, it's
Yes.
on the left side.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yep, yeah.
Okay.
And so yeah,
So they
and
like
now
made a mound and it's all up there so that the water can run downhill kind of
Yes.
thing? Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah, and before it wasn't. It was like when it rained, it would kind of flood there, so they had to put a lot of dirt in. But
Yeah, that's a good.
yeah, but it's cool, and now it just sits for 2 months.
That's
Now-
exciting.
Are we allowed to ask you how much they quoted you for the studio? Because I think people would want to know.
Oh, well, okay. So the building that we're building is not going to be all the studio. Part of
Right.
it is going to
That's
be
fair
for
to say. Yeah.
home use. So the pole barn's going to be 40 by 60, and then half will be the studio.
Dude, that's fucking giant.
I
40
know.
by 60. Wow.
That's
It's
bigger than
huge.
your house.
I know. I was because Joe keeps talking. He's like, we should put air conditioning out there. I was like, we don't even have air conditioning in the house. Like, what are we just gonna move out to the pole barn?
Yeah, clearly.
I
You
mean,
don't have AC
obviously.
in the house?
No, we just have like little window units.
Which is
Oh,
wild
okay.
because Heidi needs to be sleeping in the cold.
I do. Thank you.
You're supporting my case.
Yes.
Yeah, like seriously though, I've slept in the same bed with Heidi. We were both fully clothed. And
Thanks for the
Yeah.
clarification, Becca.
you're
Right.
welcome.
I don't think anyone thought that, but okay.
Ed and Sika, we shared a room and the window had to be open all the time.
I get hot, and the thing is, like, people.
Me too. I feel that.
But I've always been that way. Like, I just have always been hot. Like, like I prefer being cold.
Yeah.
I get
100%.
kind of grumpy when I get hot.
100%. I feel
I
that.
think
Yeah,
that's
I
why
mean, you can't really do much about sleeping hot. Like,
No,
what do there's only so many covers you can take off. Like,
right.
Yeah.
at least you
So,
could bundle
Okay, wait.
up.
Okay, so 40 by 60.
yes.
Mhm.
So it's gonna cost like the shell. It's
Ooh, Becca, do you want to
expensive.
guess?
Yeah, do you wanna guess?
I think it's gonna be like $100,000.
I
No.
was
Got-
gonna,
Oh, okay.
I was gonna guess 80 grand.
Okay. So just the shell is like 50.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. And then the dirt work, that's what Joe calls it, which I think is really cute.
The dirt work.
That's the technical
How's that
term.
dirt work coming along over there?
How's
Yeah.
that dirt work?
That's what he calls it. The guy quoted us 10,000, and then he did a lot of extra work, so we thought it was going to be like 20,000. And he was like, "No, I'm just going to charge you 11." We're like, "What?"
Oh, he must have liked you. It was probably Joe.
Yeah,
Joe's
it
a
was
sweetheart.
Joe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Joe. And then Joe was like, "Well, I think I should give you more money." And he was like, "No, you can just give me more work." Joe was like, "Okay."
There you go.
Oh, Heidi, you should
So-
make him some pots.
Well, that's what I wondered. But Joe was like, "I haven't even seen him drink coffee." And I was like, "Okay."
Well, then make him a set of bowls. Who doesn't love fucking bowls?
Well, that's true. Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So there's electrical out there. Is there going to be running water out there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I was
And
going
I
to say
wanna-
that
yeah.
definitely affects the number, I suspect, right?
And a bathroom.
Ooh. With a shower?
I don't
Heidi,
know, maybe.
you only have one shower in your house. Put a fucking shower in the pole barn.
Well, we had plans to put another bathroom in our house. It's just it's just the two of us. There's no.
Rebecca
know.
Otis when she comes to stay.
I was like,
That's
she's
true.
working her way in here. She's trying to get a shower.
That's true. Ryan's
Trying to
like,
get
I
it.
know what she's getting at.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We haven't thought that far ahead, but yeah. What else was I gonna? Yeah, so there'll be a bathroom, running water.
Are you gonna put a drain in the floor so that you can hose it down?
Well, Bobby was teasing me, and he was like, "You're gonna make the whole entire inside like metal, so you can just hose it down because you're such a neat freak." And I was like, "Bobby, that is actually an excellent idea."
It is an excellent idea. Like if you put a drain in the floor, then you can hose it down, and then you can spray your bottle of bleach all over the floor.
People that say they build stuff to hose it down, like how many people actually hose things down like that? Like,
I don't know.
because I don't.
I know
like,
somebody that actually hoses something down. But
Who?
oh my
Is
God,
Is that an owl? Is that an owl?
Yeah.
who we literally just talked about this, Heidi.
Oh, sorry. I thought maybe you were talking about a potter, and like I could like, talk to them about it.
Actually, I feel like
I mean, maybe Kurt's doing that. I don't know. I mean, he's got floor drains, but that
Oh
seems.
You know
yeah,
what?
he did.
It almost feels like you would need to put like a trap. It's like a drain trap almost, so that you could like
Clean it
put the
out.
clay in there, and then it would be like and then you could pull it out and dump out the clay,
But I mean, how
That's
dirty
true.
of a studio do you have, Heidi? I suspect you're pretty clean.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
dirty.
that
How
dirty.
often would you be spraying the floors down
With bleach and
Not
water.
that much.
versus a
Because
mop?
Bobby,
Well, you
poor
might need to keep
Bobby.
the mosquitoes down.
That's
Yeah,
true.
maybe those
True.
Michigan mosquitoes.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of mosquitoes in Michigan, but
I did hear there was a trick that you like spray it on your deck or something and it keeps the mosquitoes away. It might have been bleach. I'm not sure.
oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know how to keep mosquitoes away.
I've got this TNT mosquito bait that I'm trying this year. We'll see how it goes.
Hmm.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I don't.
So what's your timeline look like? I mean, this
Oh,
is a
okay.
big step, obviously, because I mean, this probably took a while to get to here.
Yeah, it's taken so long, Ryan.
So,
Joe said it would take a year, and I was like, no.
A year from when they broke ground, or a year from like when the plans got approved, or
A year, yeah. And I was like, no. So a year from when we got our variance, and I was like, that's not true.
I would have said a year and a half.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a year. So we're not on they couldn't get us on the schedule until July, so now the dirt just sits. But Joe said that that's good because then it can
You can
settle.
settle.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good too.
So
So how many like contractors are you working with in total? Like once it's done, is this like a
oh,
5
Ryan.
to 6 different people deal?
So
Like individual, like I guess managers versus like individual contributors.
so Joe used to build houses before the housing crash, and it took a lot for me to convince him that we couldn't build this all by ourselves.
Oh my God, Joe.
He was like, I think we should save money and build this all by ourselves. And I was like, dude, we both have full-time jobs. Like, we will die.
Yeah, do you ever want this thing finished?
Right. So they're building the shell, and then we're going to hire someone to do the concrete. But then I have a feeling he's going to try and do the rest of it himself.
And then die.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, maybe his brothers will help us.
Yeah, maybe.
They're handy.
Because is the whole thing going to be in a concrete slab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With drains. Oh, did you
Yeah.
talk to him about? Oh, I never texted him about the floor heating.
Becca's
Well,
just adding dollar signs onto
I
your
know.
project here.
Well, I told you Joe's brother has that in his pole barn, but he never hooked it up.
Right. We talked about it. It's actually, I heard from somebody who has a huge ass barn that and I already told Heidi this, but in-floor heating is actually the most efficient heating solution that you can get.
There's a potter out here that has some of that in his studio. I don't know. I think he did build it and everything, so I don't know how efficient it is and all that stuff, but
Right.
The only thing is that you have to plan ahead,
Right.
Like, if it's gonna be that fucking big, you might as well. I'm gonna sneeze.
but I mean, only some of it is. You
Yeah, the
said some
other
of it
half
is like
doesn't need
home
to.
use, but
Yeah, the other half doesn't need to have a heated floor.
yeah, it's not like a separate apartment or something that's in there,
Right.
right?
No, that's
Right.
just like storage.
Is
So,
Joe gonna put his boat in there?
yeah,
Yeah.
and the tractor, and then we can actually park in the garage. Oh, and probably the lawnmower.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Buck will have like his own domain.
Yeah. That'll be nice to have the cats in the studio with me. Hopefully that'll be nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
So, yeah. It's funny, you keep talking about the floor, and like the one thing I'm like my one of my biggest concerns, because Joe and I are concerned about different things, is at the old studio there was like old linoleum on top of the cement. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
It's probably very
yeah.
cold.
Well, no, it just like that little amount of padding like really
Padding helps.
helped. Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. At work, we have the rugs or whatever with the cushy padding on it,
Oh
and
yeah.
and there's like some days where I'm not working on those rugs, and
Mm-hmm.
though I can totally tell the difference. It is
Yeah.
unbelievable how much it helps.
Yeah. So with like the floor drain and all that, I kind of really want some sort of linoleum or something.
Well, if you're only working in certain areas, you could just get those rugs.
Yeah, the anti-fatigue mats.
Yeah, because then those could wash down because they're like
That's
the
true.
linoleum. I
Yeah.
mean, and then you can move them around wherever you need them because I mean, I understand that linoleum seems like a nice idea, but it can get pretty ratty pretty quick.
Oh yeah, it definitely looked ratty in the other studio.
I
Yeah.
just have I just have these in certain areas.
Oh yeah, I used to
They're,
have those. Yeah.
so they're, I mean, I'm not like mopping my floors, but I have them in front of my wheel since I
Ryan is
stand and
holding
throw.
up the puzzle
The
piece anti-fatigue mats right now.
Yeah, like you'd put in your garage or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just have them in front of the table where I'm working right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That works.
So, I mean, if they do get wet and everything underneath, they get a little slippery and
Right.
not the easy. So I don't know that I'd want to like hose them down. You kind of want to take them outside, probably let them dry off, but
Right.
not too bad. So that's exciting. So big step.
Yeah. Big step.
You got a mound of
Or
dirt.
could you just get
Yeah.
shoes with anti-fatigue mats on the bottom?
I think that's called tennis shoes.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
I'm not being a jerk when I said that. I
no,
really wasn't trying to.
just get some like Skechers or whatever. I mean,
No, but
they got some.
why don't they just make mobile anti-fatigue mats like
Well,
that
Joe
you just
really likes
put over
Hoka's.
your tennis shoes?
Right. Joe
You
really
just
likes those Hoka shoes.
Dude, everybody at work has those, and I was thinking
Yeah.
about trying to find some.
those seems like they don't have that much support. Are they? They're like running shoes and like hiking shoes, right?
Yeah.
But are they
Yeah.
thick?
I tried them on a while ago, but they just seem too squishy to me. But maybe
Hmm.
they're different now.
Maybe that's the fucking point, Heidi. Like,
Yeah, but
I that came
I
out rude.
also need
That's not what I
no.
meant.
I did
That
not take
sounded
that as
very
rude.
rude, Becca.
I know
Yeah, that
you.
was
She's our
rude.
guest, okay? You treat
Last
her
time I'm
well.
on this podcast. But you also like they were so squishy they didn't have enough support.
Oh, I
Because
see. I
I
see.
need like
Like wearing Crocs. Yeah.
yes, it was like wearing Crocs. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
just succumb to the old people shoes. Those have
Maybe I should
tons
wear
of support,
Crocs at
probably.
work.
I've been wearing my hiking boots to work, and that seems to work well.
Are Crocs
So,
within dress code, Becca?
They're closed-toed.
are they?
Partially closed.
Yeah.
Well, you can get the solid ones.
Oh, you can? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for like kitchens and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's true. Yeah.
I just like my issue right now. I have these fantastic shoes. Like I got them at the outlet mall. They're Nikes and they're really great. But I have wide feet and my
Mm.
pinky toes always hurt
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're like too narrow because they're Nikes and Nike hates fat people and wide feet.
Don't
So
you have, they have wides though, don't they? Don't
not
most
really.
tennis shoes have wide options?
Not
Not
all
in the
wides.
not in the clearance aisle.
Like I had to stop wearing Asics because those are always really narrow. Even the wides are.
Yeah, I feel like the ones I have were kind of wide and but they're still way too narrow still. And I got those barefoot tennis shoes and I should start wearing those to work again. But they also don't have any support, and those are really hard on the bare concrete.
Mm,
Say
So
those don't sound any better than like Chuck Taylor's. Like
yeah, right,
right.
exactly. So it's like
no
I
support.
don't know, but and then you're like you're weary about buying shoes that are like $150. I'd
Yeah.
buy them if I knew that they were going to be fine, but if they're just going to hurt my pinky toes again,
Right.
or something, then it's kind of because I really do love the shoes that I have. If they were just like maybe I should just cut a hole where the pinky toe is, and
Yeah,
then
but then you can wear them to work, right? Because they'd be open toed
oh
then.
God, you're
Just one
right.
toe. Just one toe.
Just
Yeah.
Maybe you should just shop from a brand that has like a good return policy and
yeah.
get a quality shoe because
I guess I
you're
could find a
you're gonna get
Nordstrom's,
use out of
right?
it, you know?
Have you ever worn New Balances?
Oh my God, Heidi, are you 100 years old?
New Balances are not that bad these days. I don't
No,
know what
they're
you're talking.
not. And they
I'm
come in.
totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I don't care if
Um,
you call me old. That's totally fine. Because they come in wide and they also have like extra wide.
yeah, I'll try them out. I mean, I think we all kind of know that those Nikes were the first tennis shoes I've ever owned.
I
So
was gonna
like,
say Becca's new to the
Oh.
tennis shoe game, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, so this
she was
is
limiting
like,
herself to the clearance rack. I think she's
yeah,
got a
so
ways to go here.
I'm in
Okay.
like
Okay.
kindergarten land as far as
Okay.
tennis shoes are concerned.
Okay.
Um,
Well, if you want to talk about this off the podcast, just hit me up.
I will, yeah.
I feel like you're gonna get some comments. People send her like good
Right?
shoe brands that are good wide options because
Yeah.
I think there's listeners out there that probably have some ideas for you.
Wide,
Right.
squishy, and have ankle support because my ankles are shit.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
Here
There
come
we
the
go.
messages, Becca.
I'm ready. Ready. Anyway, that's very exciting about
Yeah.
your. I do have one quick update that I'd like to share.
Okay.
I ordered an AC for my van.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
she
exciting.
did.
It's very expensive, and I got
Is
the
it?
extra battery today. Yeah, it was $1,300 with the battery.
Hmm.
So the battery sits under the AC unit,
Hmm.
and I don't. Ryan looked at the website, so I don't feel ashamed in saying that it's not very clear how the unit works.
I think
But
they do that on purpose to make.
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
agree. I agree. I think that they do that on purpose. So I'm waiting to get it to kind of make sure that it's going to work for when I want it to work, how I want it to
Hmm.
work. But I think it'll be good. I was thinking, Ryan, I could probably just I bet the battery doesn't take too long to charge. I could charge it in the studio for like 2 hours, and that would make me be in the studio working.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That would be a good idea.
I
So
thought a Becca hack was coming in
no,
after you made that statement. I thought like
no,
I can just cut a hole in the van and we can.
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll probably have to cut a hole in the van too to have like the intake and outtake hoses or however it works. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited.
How big is it?
Well, the fucking the spare battery that sits under it is like I want to say it's like oh shit, there's a bug. Oh, uh-oh, I just squished the bug in my pants.
In your
I
pants?
Do you
well,
have
it
an
was
ant
on
in your pants?
it was on my knee.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So like
wonder
on
if it was,
top of your pants.
no, under my pants.
Oh.
Anyway, I can't find it. The
The
bug.
bug or the size of the battery?
Oh, the size of the battery is, I think it was probably like 13 inches wide, maybe 12 inches wide, and like 18 inches long,
Oh, it's pretty big.
and
Damn.
like 3 inches thick.
Oh.
So I like pulled it out. I was like, holy shit, this is giant. I thought it would be much smaller. It's not.
Maybe it go. Well, I guess it can't go to the back because I think the hose is attached on the back. So, that's a little limiting if it's that big. hopefully
Yeah,
you
but
can
it's
mount it and
movable. Like you
yeah.
sit the AC unit on top of the extra battery.
Hmm.
So I'll get it and I'll have to see.
That'll be good though, because it's gonna get pretty hot where you are.
Yeah, and it has a heating function too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's my news.
Okay, Ryan, it's your turn.
I had a show this weekend, the Spring Pottery Fair,
Oh, nice. How'd it go?
and it rained the entire day from start to finish, including the
Oh,
load in,
Tear
load
down.
out.
oh,
Yeah.
So it was still decent attendance because it's a show that we do once a year and people come back for it. So we had reasonable folks show up and had some lulls throughout the day, which is expected, but overall better than expected on sales. I think I sold about $2,200, which for a
that's
single
good.
day show, pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I did last year, so I don't have that number. I think it was probably over 3,000 last year, but
Yeah, I
Mm.
think I think it was.
I mean, obviously the weather, yeah. I'm surprised folks came out at all with knowing that I mean, it's been raining for the last week here in Cincinnati, so it's it's the one thing we can't control, but we did all we could to get advertising and marketing. That's the one that we do for the Clay Guild that I'm the treasurer of. So I'm
Mm.
pretty involved in helping make sure that event goes off and help market it and all the things because it's all volunteer run, so we don't have any staff that we like hire to run the show. It's all like a committee from the membership, and then the artists that are in it have to contribute in some way. So it could be, you've got to go distribute postcards in a certain area of town and, drop them off at coffee shops or, boutique shops or wherever. Or maybe you got to put signs out the day of or clean up after the show. So it's very, you know, small scale team, volunteer run, do our best to get on news shows and talk about it and radio shows and all that kind of thing. So,
Well,
I,
that's cool.
yeah. So it's all clay, and there's about 50 artists there.
Oh, wow.
So some of the folks split a booth. You can have the option to split a 10 by 10. You can
Mm-hmm.
do a standard 10 by 10, or you can pay for a corner as well.
Hmm.
And I always get a corner just because I like the spot and I pretty much secured the same spot. It's very reasonable. It's like $160 for a corner booth for the day. And yeah, everybody seemed to be overall happy with sales given the weather, but
I think it's crazy that you even made $2,000 when it was pouring down rain.
yeah, it definitely ebbed and flowed throughout. But I sold quite a few carved pieces.
No,
You know,
that's good.
carved
Oh,
oil
that is good.
bottles. I had some larger carved oil bottles. I sold three or four carved bowls. I did not sell a big vase, but yeah, quite a good selection. And I tried out my new shelving unit, like the full booth this time. I did one side of it last time at the show that I did in March indoors, but this is the first one I did outdoors. It
Mm-hmm.
worked out all right. I mean, I was a little tucked away in there in the 10 by 10 because I had the back wall up to keep myself from getting soaked.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that made it a little challenging. So I'll probably reconfigure it a little bit next time, but I think that was a good trial run, and then I'll try it again this weekend. We're doing the backyard craft show this weekend, which is the one we do at my parents' house
Oh, that'll be nice.
in Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our 6th year doing that, and that's pretty small. There's 10 of us that do it. Rachel and I kind of co-host it,
Mm-hmm.
like do all the work behind the scenes to get the artists and contact for marketing and do Facebook ads and all that stuff. So kind of a little homegrown show, and we'll see how that goes. I don't do too many shows in Louisville. I haven't quite like cracked the nut on Louisville shows. I feel like it's kind of tough there. It's way different market than Cincinnati. So
Oh, have you ever done the
St.
or
James.
gone? Yeah, St. James.
Yeah, we've gone probably 7 or 8 times over the years. We used to
Oh,
go all
okay.
the time, but never sold at it. I've applied. This is my second year applying. I applied last year for the first time. I did not get into it, but we'll see if I get. I mean, I'm already signed up for a coffee festival in Columbus this year. That
Oh,
weekend.
okay.
That's a busy weekend. There's 2 or 3 shows that weekend that I applied for, and I mean, it'd be nice to get invited, even if I can't go.
Right.
So we'll find out. But
Is it
yeah,
though?
that's the biggest show.
Is it nice to get invited and then like would it here's the question. Is it in your favor to get accepted and then denied and then not no, accepted and then not go, like say sorry I can't come and then apply the next year? And I feel like if they were like, "Oh, this person couldn't come last year, why would they
Well,
be able to come this year?" You know, like is that like a negative?
I don't know. From the
No,
show
I don't
perspective, I
think
wouldn't see
so.
that as a negative. I would just see, hey,
Yeah.
they had multiple shows that they applied for, and
Shows.
then they were
Okay.
choosing between them. And
Right. And I
then for
think,
me, it would give me confidence that, hey, I can get into the show because
Well, I
I
know
haven't got
that.
in
Yeah,
before.
for sure. I
and
agree.
usually
I was
there's
just
like
thinking the show perspective.
and usually there's a date, that you have to accept or reject the invitation. So
Right.
I feel like if you fall within those parameters, you're not gonna get, I think what you're like saying is like, are you gonna get blacklisted kind of?
Right, because you were like, oh, got in. Hooray. Sorry, can't come. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if
Right.
you deny it immediately, they realize like, hey, you've got a conflict. It's not. I don't
Right.
think they care. I think they
Right.
expect that they're going to get a certain percentage of people denying or
I,
uh, canceling or
yeah. I don't know.
so.
I feel like you have really high hopes for people as a whole, Ryan.
What do you mean that artists are actually going to say they can't make it?
No. What I mean is you think that people will do the smart thing. And
Who people are you talking about here? Are you talking about the show runners or the artists?
the showrunners, like you just said, I think that people, like if you denied immediately, they would think that it's this or whatever. I don't necessarily believe that because
I don't think they
show,
care, but
Yeah, I
well,
don't either.
I don't think they care, but I'm just saying that like I sometimes I feel like you assume that people are way more intelligent than they actually are.
that was an
And
assumption. That was like if they do think about it, they could. I don't know, whatever.
that's kind of an assumption.
Okay, so I applied to the Ann Arbor Art Fair and I got in. Ryan and I talked about this.
Oh yeah, you got in.
Yeah, and then I waited till the last day and I told him no.
Shut the fuck
Really?
up.
I thought you were gonna
I
do
did.
it.
You told them no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So I
Heidi's
just wanted to,
blacklisted.
yeah,
At
I
least
just
you
wanted
told
to,
them.
yeah,
Yeah,
right? I
right.
told
And he
him.
didn't show up. Why did you say no? Let's talk about that.
Well, lots of reasons. One, I didn't know where we'd be at with like building the studio.
Yeah.
Two, um, man, that show's so hit or miss,
Mhm.
and it really depends on the weather.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I don't really want to do it. And then
Yeah.
also, like when I applied, I didn't know I had to have surgery, and then I did have the surgery, and I was like, will I be
Yeah.
like physically
Mm,
back up to shape? Because it takes a lot out of you to like do shows, especially when they're like 3 days, long.
Yeah,
So,
especially when you're like us. I mean, we're tired all the time.
right. So,
Not Ryan, me and Heidi.
so
Ryan
I
has
was like,
an abundance of energy.
right. So I was like, I'm gonna sit this year out. So,
because it's a
Yeah.
long show. From what you told me, it's a 4 day, right?
Yeah.
It's Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday,
so
Friday,
it's
Saturday.
they shortened it to 3 days, but I think it's like I don't know what did I tell you. It was like
I think you
10
told
to
me Sunday
9.
is not included though.
Yeah, so it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 to 9. 3 days.
Ooh, that's a long day.
Yeah,
Right. Because
wow.
I was telling you like how the sun's out so long, so they're like, let's make these days extra long.
Exactly.
So
In the middle of July.
right, and that's the thing. If it's like 100 out for 3 days in a row, like, geez, that's really hot. That's a lot, but
Like they couldn't give you enough water is really
right.
where that's
Yeah.
at.
No, I remember doing that show where I would just like have a cooler of ice with some water in it, and I just would like keep dipping a rag into it and then like putting the rag around my neck. And
Yep.
I didn't come up with that idea. Other artists were like, "You need to get the rag and do this thing," and I was like,
I
"Really?"
agree. I have artist friends that swear by the tea cloth. The tea cloth
Yeah.
with the water, like not the fancy stupid like
Mm-mm.
cool towels that they sell. They're like, nope, just get a tea cloth. Like,
Yep.
okay,
And it works.
it does.
So
Put
we're
it
all
over your
standing
shoulders.
there. Yep, we're all standing there dripping.
I used to go into the bathroom, take my tank top off and get it wet and then put it back on.
Oh, that's smart too.
We also used to walk down to the river, jump in and then come back.
I remember that story.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question. What do we think? Do we think a show it would negatively affect you more if you got it accepted, you denied initially, or yeah, let's say you denied it initially, or you go through the whole thing and you don't reply at all?
Ooh, that's a good question.
oh, probably if you don't apply it or reply at all.
Yeah, I think a ghosting situation would be
Yeah.
much worse than a I cannot make it. I think the appropriate response is I thank you for the acceptance. Like, unfortunately, another show got back to me before you did. So,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
generally you don't do that through Zap. You just go in and
Right.
you
You just click.
and
click a button that
click
says
it.
Yeah.
deny.
That's true. That's a good point.
But you know what? I've done like I've even been so I've even like been accepted a show and then like I don't know, a week before the show I had to call them and cancel.
Yeah.
I really don't think I mean they've been doing well in
That's what
theory.
they have a
They've been
wait list for.
right, that's what they have a wait list
Yeah, yeah,
for.
yeah,
They've
for
been
sure.
doing this while. I feel like as long as you communicate with them, they're like, okay, you know.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
not show up the day of without saying
Right,
right.
anything.
right. Yeah, that would be that, yeah.
That would be like you're not going to be welcome back.
Right.
Right.
I mean, that's why they have refund policies and cancellation policies and all that stuff
Right.
to
Yeah.
protect themselves and also put a little accountability on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I do feel like, I wasn't thinking about Zapplication when I said that initially because I always forget that Zapplication is the way that they do most of the big shows nowadays.
Yeah.
And it really takes the personal touch out of it.
Right.
So I feel like on both ends. So maybe, yeah, the whole like denying it doesn't matter at all, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I think the automation, could you imagine going through emails and expecting that, oh, I got a decline from you through email, but I didn't see
Right.
it for one reason or another, or you've got multiple people managing email and
Right.
Right.
yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
day denial or cancellation. All right. Well, you get that
Yeah.
weekend back.
I mean, it happens, right? Things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do on that weekend? Are you gonna go? You should just go on the lake or something and be like, "I'm not at Ann Arbor. I'm floating in Lake Michigan."
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, you should go to. Ooh. What if you went up to Lake? What's the really blue one up near
Oh,
Bel
Torch
Air?
Lake. Torch
Yeah.
Lake.
Fuck yeah. You should go up there. I have a friend up
Yeah.
there. She'd love to hang out with you probably.
I should go up there. It is really pretty up there.
Yeah, and it's like so much cleaner than Lake Michigan.
Yeah. That lake is crazy blue.
It is crazy blue, and like they don't. Did you know that it used to be way bluer, but because of the pesticides that people put on their lawn in Washington, it
Oh,
started turning the algae.
I
Yeah,
believe that.
yeah.
And now I'm going to go off about weeds in lakes. Do you know they spray weeds in lakes?
What?
Like
So
along the
like
banks?
no, like in the lake. So like in
Why
Michigan.
the fuck do
Yeah,
they do
okay, good.
that?
I am glad you're having that reaction because I'm sorry if I'm going to upset people, but it's not a swimming pool, it's a lake.
It's such a massive body. What? So wait, there's what are they spraying it for? What is the spray for?
To kill weeds.
Wait, but you
What? But
can't
why are there we?
spray something underwater. You can
There's
only float it. That means you're just contaminating the water.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That is exactly what they're doing, and it like
right.
kills fish and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Where are the weeds at though? Aren't they on the banks? Like what?
No, the weeds are on the bottom of the lake.
Like the grass and stuff on the bottom is what
Yeah.
she's talking about, Ren.
That's
Like,
weird.
you know, when you walk through and there's like your foot gets
Yeah.
caught on grass and you think there's an eel inside. Like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Oh,
seem worth it.
No, right.
here's something really interesting. If we ever get to the topic, that'd be great. But also, also I sat next to this really interesting guy on the plane when I was coming back from Cincinnati the other night. I forgot to tell Ryan about it, but it was really cool. So he was this younger guy who's 27, and he
Wait a
is
second. How old are you?
I'm 35.
I know, but that's so funny for you to be like this young
Younger
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Younger guy.
Uh,
I was expecting, okay, he's a professional. He's probably, young guy, I would say like 22, 23.
Right. That's what I was
okay, so
thinking. Okay, sorry.
to be fair, I thought
He's
he was
young,
23.
young buck.
Oh, okay, okay.
To be fair, I thought he was 23, and then he told me 27. And I was like, you seem like so young compared to that.
Okay. So
But
like a baby face.
Must have
yeah,
been
for
clean
sure.
shaven.
No, he wasn't. He just, I don't know. Oh my God, allergies are killing me right now. Anyway, so he is like a biochemist, no, some type of
Marine
engineer.
biologist.
No, an engineer, and he works with chemical waste facilities and places where like people have dumped chemical waste where they shouldn't have, and
Oh.
managing those facilities in those areas so that they can clean them up.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
yeah, totally cool. And he was telling me that when he got his master's, he when he got his master's, his professor, who like his main professor or whatever, was he went to Colorado State University, and his main professor was like obsessed with clay because that they deal with that a lot because they have to like drill through clay to see if it's like chemically altered at all. And
Mm-hmm.
so this like engineer knows like a shit ton about clay because his professor was all about clay. And
Mm-hmm.
he we like I told him I was a potter, and he was like, how crazy is it that we're both clay nerds, but we're like completely different? And I was like, that's so wild.
It is.
I know. I kind of want to like. I got
And then
his
the guy that was behind you works at the toilet factory.
right. Yes, in Michigan. No,
Kidding?
it's in
Kohler. He works for
it's in
Kohler.
Wisconsin. In Wisconsin.
He
No.
Wait, is this a
I'm
joke?
kidding. I'm
Yes, that was
kidding.
a
I'm
joke,
kidding.
Okay,
Heidi.
I
That
was
was a
like,
joke.
I was thinking of another ceramic option out ceramic industry.
right. Right. I was like, what? That's cool though.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm in safe driving mode.
It thinks
That's
you're
good.
swinging. You're swinging
Yeah.
too fast on that hammock, Becca.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured it out now.
It thinks you're driving.
It like
Don't
muted my mic.
don't text in the hammock.
I won't.
Okay.
But yeah, it was
So
really cool talking to him about like different clays, and he knows like all the chemical compounds of clays and
hmm.
like what colors they look like and all that shit. And I was like, you should take some and fire it and see what it does. And he was like, actually can't because most of it's all like got chemicals in it, so you can't touch it.
Oh.
But
Did you get his card?
I got his Instagram. We're Instagram friends.
You should have him on the podcast.
I was thinking that, or reaching out to see if we could talk to his professor from CSU.
Oh yeah.
But it would be cool to talk to him. He was a really good conversationalist.
That
Yeah.
young buck.
That young buck. Charlie. His name is Charlie.
Oh, that's really cute.
I know.
You need to get Charlie on the podcast.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I am interrupting to talk to you about L&L because they're so amazing. And you know what's really cool about the L&L is that it's built so that you can fix it. You don't have to have any tech background. You don't have to have anything like that. You can fix it. Even if you're a beginner, you can look up on their website and find everything that you need to change out your elements, change out your thermocouple, change out your relays. It's super easy, especially because they have that drop-down panel. I don't know if you've ever changed out anything in an L&L kiln, but it actually opens from the top instead of the side so that you can just kind of like look down instead of crouching down and sitting on the floor of your dirty studio, because we all know we have dirty studios. And it's great. You don't have to use crimps or anything like that to fix your kiln. It's fantastic. You just kind of twist the wire around the connector, and it's great. You know, especially with the Genesis controller, if you're a beginner potter, you can just use the set, programs that they have, or if you're a super experienced one, you can put one in yourself. And so, yeah, I mean, who doesn't love that about having a kiln? If you would like to look up all the L&L stuff, they are at hotkilns.com. hotkilns.com. You can look up anything you need from there and see how easy it is. All right, back to the show.
Yeah.
Clay Charlie.
So a while ago, Ryan asked me a question about, oh my gosh, tracking your time.
Yes.
You mean L&L Kilns? I'm kidding. We're gonna
No.
insert the ads.
Okay.
No. Yeah, so the question was, like, I made it a point and a goal this year to start tracking my time of what I'm doing in the business, not necessarily how long it takes to throw each step of a pot so that I know how much it should cost, but more macro than that, how many tasks that I do in my business and how much time I take doing it on a daily basis. So I could get an idea of how much time I'm actually spending. Because some people ask me, oh, well, you have like a full-time job and you do this. How many hours are you in the studio normally, or whatever?
Right.
So my first step was, well, I need to track it in some way. So I've been doing that. I'm 4 months in now that it's May. I've been tracking, and this is, as simple as how much time am I spending throwing, trimming, carving, loading kilns, driving to and from a show, being at a show, admin work, social media work, like everything that's related to the business, I'm tracking it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, I guess, one, do you track anything like that in some capacity? And if so, like, what would you do with those, or what would you care about gleaning from those numbers once you have it?
So are you, okay, just so I understand this better, you're tracking you're tracking just how much time you're in the studio, or
I'm tracking any business activity I'm doing related to RD ceramics.
Okay, so
on a daily basis.
Did you start in January?
Yeah, January 1st.
Okay, so on average, how many hours do you spend a week?
Probably about 40 or so.
Jesus Christ.
Wait a second, Ryan. I have a follow-up question.
1 second. I'm pulling up the totals here so I can give you accurate.
Okay.
So I can give you for the month. So monthly good. 170 hours for January.
Wait a second. Are you doing math?
Yeah.
30,
31 days and 31 days and
So
That's
that's like,
42 hours a week.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
And then
let me if I just
171 in February, 161 in March. Yeah.
okay. Wait, it went up?
Well, 171 hours in the month of February, the whole month of February.
Okay.
There's
So I
28 days in
But
February.
but okay, there's also some things in here that aren't, I mean, like doing volunteer work for the Clay Alliance. Like that's included in here. Technically that's kind of business related, but it's volunteer work. So like that's
well,
included in here.
yeah, I would include that. I have some more follow-up questions. And
Okay.
I'm not judging you at all. If you want to work 40 extra hours a week, that's cool. So is your goal, because I think your goal used to be you wanted to do pottery full time. Is that still a goal or no?
Yes, that's a long-term goal.
Oh, it is. Okay. So what do you know at what point like you will get closer to that? Like what's your like how are you going to reach that goal? Do you have that set up or do
It's
you not want
mostly
to
a
share that?
it's mostly a job satisfaction of my day job that's going to determine that. If my job
Oh,
satisfaction of my day job drops enough, then I will make that decision
oh,
to
okay. That's
jump
fair.
ship. It's
Okay.
less so strictly financial. Obviously, the
Okay.
financials are going to provide data to give me more confidence, but you know, I've yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
the
if we
short
want,
answer.
okay. So instead of going through like everything you do in a week, I mean, you can tell me if you want. Let's do 1 week for an example. Do you have like
Yeah. Do you want like a
kind of
recent
like
week?
an average week? Just I think it'll be good for the listeners to know.
Okay. Let me see what day of the week this. Do you want to do last week?
Sure.
All right. I don't have all these added up, but I can.
That's fine. Becca, are you still making pots while Ryan adds up? We'll do a little segue.
So I paused for wow, that was a really good segue. Um,
Hey, I
I
used to have this thing. I used to have a podcast.
Yeah, it's a very bold podcast.
it was boldly.
You
Um,
might say it boldly.
it was
Right.
boldly done. So I took a break from
Mm-hmm.
when I got here. Well, actually, probably December because I didn't really do anything in January.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from preparing for Nsika very quickly and very like, whatever, I took a break
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't really done anything.
Hmm.
And it's May, so probably 4 months, right? 4 months,
Oh
February
yeah.
to May. No, 5.
Mm-hmm.
I guess actually 5. So, um, and I just cleaned my studio last week, preparing to get back into the studio, and I want to limit myself in a way. Like I want to use the L&L kiln, not only because I feel like it's a great way to like advertise it, but also it really limits me on what I can make in a week.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that idea. So I was thinking of like doing weekly updates with like
Mm-hmm.
8 pieces a week.
Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
I was also thinking about doing kind of like 8 to however many I can fit in. But I was also thinking about doing kind of like a throwback to whatever style people like the most. Or
Oh,
like,
uh-huh.
so, because I did so many fun different styles, I was thinking of like being, hey, can you share like your favorite style that you've had? And I'll do that style for these 8 cups in different colors, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that way, if people had ones that broke and they really liked that style, they could buy them again.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And I mean, like, there's probably 40 different styles out there, you know,
Right.
of different shit that I've done in the last 3 years. So that's kind of what I was thinking.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. And I also want to get back into the earrings. Um, yeah. And I have these fidget necklaces. Like I wear one every day that are
Mm-hmm.
really nice that I want to kind of keep doing. But it's the fidget stuff has always been this very weird thing for me. And I don't know why. I know that Ryan always pushing me because he knows it's like such a good thing. And I know
Mm-hmm.
it's such a good thing too, but I think that there might be something like sacred about it to me in a way that feels like
Oh, that you don't want to sell it?
yeah, there is something that's like,
I was trying to get Becca to make some and wholesale them to me, and I would sell them if she didn't want to worry
yeah.
about the selling side of it.
And
Oh, yeah.
and I mean, like, I'm willing to do that, but also at the same time I feel something inside of me of just like being like, don't, no, don't. And I don't know what that is, so I will kind of, I don't know, investigate a little bit more, I guess.
Right.
So,
This, I don't know if this will help, and if it's not helpful at all, just tell me to stop talking. You could always just sell the chain and give the fidget stone away for free. Did
Did
I
I
just
just
lose
lose
both
both
of
of
you?
you?
No, I
No, I
was
was
thinking
thinking.
about it.
Oh, it was like total silence. I was like,
It
was it
just
that
echoed.
bad of an idea?
I was waiting for Becca to say something
Oh,
because it
hold
was
on,
for
what?
her. It was
Hold
for
on.
her, so I didn't know if she was going to respond or
oh,
not.
okay.
Hey,
Becca, did we
yeah.
lose you? Oh,
So what happened was I was sneezing and I forgot that I was wearing earphones and I took both my earphones out and then it disconnected and
oh.
then I didn't hear anything you said and I still sneezed.
Are you okay? Sounds kind of like you're crying.
I'm fine. I think I have
Okay.
allergies.
Oh. What I asked you was, um, could it be something where like you sell the chain and give the fidget stone away for free?
Yeah, that could be something. Yeah, maybe.
Right.
I think I could sell the necklaces. It was hard to sell the fidget stones because they felt so small.
Oh, okay.
But the necklaces take time
Right.
and they take energy to make them, so it feels okay selling them.
Right.
Um, but yeah, yeah,
Okay, now I'm gonna segue back to Ryan. Do you have your totals?
I'm still adding.
Oh,
There's a
okay. Keep
lot.
talking. Keep
There's a
talking, Becca.
lot. There's a
okay.
lot.
Oh,
It's
here's
funny.
my goal. My goal for this, I know I had like a goal at the beginning of this year, but I also didn't really know what I was doing at the beginning of this year. I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make $50,000. I'm not. I think
That's
that
before you knew you had a job. So,
yeah, I think it was.
yeah.
I think my goal is to pay off my van with the extra money that I can make from pots.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's 20,000. It's like 19,000, and that also gives me a number to put on Instagram to be like, I'm trying to pay off my van,
Right. Yeah.
and this is how I'm gonna do it. And
Right.
then like every week be like, I have this much money left in my van payment.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I forgot to tell you the two of you something.
oh, you got a new car.
I did get a new car,
Well,
but
you
that's not
kind of.
what I was gonna tell you.
Oh,
I did
She
get a
just
new
knew
car.
it, apparently.
Yeah,
well, we kind of talked about it.
we did. Yeah, I did get my car, and it's very nice, and
Wait,
I
what'd you
really
get?
like it. I got a Nissan Murano.
And it's what color? Green?
Oh no, well, they didn't have a green one. I got a red one.
Oh,
The
I'm
c-
sorry, Heidi.
the car guy was so funny because I was like, "Do you have any green cars?" And he was like, "What?"
You're like, you're shopping by color?
Yeah, and I told him when I left, I was like, "If you get a green one in, let me know immediately." And I was said to him, I was like, "I'm not kidding."
Love it.
But that's not what I was going to tell you. What I was going to tell you is, you know how I've been talking about that I was going to have transfers made, like rice paper transfers? like for
Yeah.
years. I did it.
You did it?
Yeah, they came.
Oh,
Proud
you
of
got
you.
them you like wholesaled some to get them produced for you?
Yeah,
That's great.
Are
yeah.
you
I
gonna
mean,
try and sell them?
well, I think maybe. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of them. I don't think I'm going to use all of them.
Well, should we use this as a benchmark for you to sell them?
What do you
Uh,
mean?
well,
Uh, yeah, a little promo. Do you want to?
Oh,
when will this episode come out, Ryan?
In a
3
couple
weeks?
weeks.
Do you think
It'll
you could
come.
get them up on your website in 3 weeks, Heidi?
sure.
It should come out the 17th of
Oh,
May.
next weekend.
No, that's
Yeah,
next week. We can push it back. We can push it back. Let's do the 24th. You think you could do it by the 24th?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So we'll
Can you
push back.
explain what they are exactly if people don't know?
Sure. So I had some. So okay. So I have two lines. I have a production line and and a one of a kind line. And the one of a kind line, I do a lot of screen printed image transfers. And it kind of dawned on me that not everyone wants to be a professional. This is like a relatively new thing where I'm like, not everyone wants to be a professional potter, and that's fine. They just want to like have fun and play with clay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, people ask me a lot. Ryan and I talked about this when I was on last. He's like, what do people ask you the most? And I was like, where they can buy my transfers.
There you go. There's business
And
opportunity right
so,
there.
yeah, so I was like, okay, I will take 4 transfers that I use a lot that I like and have them made. And then if they don't sell, then I can just use them. They're really
Okay.
cool and I think they'll sell.
Do you
I
have them?
think they're
They're not
cool.
in your house, right? So,
No,
do you have pictures that
no.
you could text me and Ryan?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, I didn't take pictures of them.
What the fuck? Okay,
I
I
know.
She's
assume.
keeping it tight to the vest.
Yeah.
Can we guess which which
I'm
ones
gonna,
they are?
I'm gonna
Sure, of
guess
course.
one of them's gonna be the grid one. That's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
like
one's the
Yep,
grid.
yep, one is the grid. Yep.
Okay, and is one the circles
Yep.
in
Oh,
a
you're doing. Yep.
okay, and then stripes.
You know what? I didn't do the stripes.
Okay, you didn't do the stripes.
No.
Um, I'm looking at your page. I'm
Oh, they're
cheating.
actually, I feel like they're like, I did 4 designs, but there's like 2 and 2, and they're kind of similar, but a little different.
Is one like the thick grid, like a plaid grid?
Like the weird grid. That's what I
It's
call it, the weird grid. It's like
it's
squares more.
yeah, like thicker
there's
lines.
one that's like slightly not parallel, right? That's the one
Yes,
I'm
that's the
thinking of when
one.
you said
Yeah.
grid.
Yeah, the one that's not parallel. There's 2
Okay.
different grids. I didn't do, they're not perfect because I feel like, and this is
Oh,
not,
is
yeah,
one the really thick circles?
no,
Okay.
no.
Um,
I could probably text you a picture. Oh, you know what? Maybe because here, let me see.
well, now all I can think of is the circles, the really small circles, and the grid.
Can I get on Procreate while I'm on Zoom?
I don't know. Is
Let's
one the
see.
is one the stars? The 3D stars?
No, that would have been cool too.
Oh.
She's
Um,
she's she's getting her feet wet a little bit.
You're
She
giving me
she said
lots of
there,
ideas for next time.
what about the houses?
No.
she already
Okay.
said they're 2 and 2. They're like similar, like 2 grid versions and 2 circle versions.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Is
send
one
them to
just
you.
dots? Is one just dots?
Yes. Well, wait, like the little circles?
Little circles filled in.
Hang on. I'm gonna text them to you.
Okay.
Ryan, what? Oh, wait,
Are
I shouldn't
they
ask that.
are they black and white or are they colors?
No, they're just black and white.
That would have been a good starter question.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest to get produced, I suspect. Good way to
Yeah.
try it out. And then people can, I mean, you add colors inside the grid spots and all that on your side. So
Right. Hang on, this is taking longer than it should.
Because are you doing some of the applying the color on the paper while it's not added to the pot yet, and then you put slip down and then you stick it to the pot?
So both,
Okay.
both, but when I first started, I was putting the transfer on and then glazing in the circles and whatnot. But I was having when you put the slip on and then they were the rice paper transfers I made, they wouldn't release very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of stopped doing that. I just sent them to you. I texted them to you.
Okay, so one kind of looks like bricks.
Yeah, bricks. Okay, that's better. Yeah.
One looks like bubbles.
Yeah.
One's circles in a grid, and one's a grid.
Yeah.
I like the unparalleled grid that looks kind of like a loose burlap. I like that one the
Oh,
most.
it does look like burlap. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, it does. I
And then
like
the
the
ones with
circle.
the small circles, it kind of makes my eyes get, it's like what's it, a tessellation or what? It kind
It
of makes
does
Yeah.
your
look like it.
eyes
Yeah,
get a
It
it's like,
does.
little,
look at this for 30 seconds and then blink.
Right.
Like, or look away. Yeah, it looks like it's moving.
Right.
I like all of them.
that's a great
Thanks.
start. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be
You've got
fun.
small areas and then you've got bigger areas. So yeah, I like that.
I designed so many already because I was so excited.
Well, then you can do the little, get them out there and then maybe
I
you
know.
sample them with people and say, hey, I'm going to do 3 more, give people options and have them vote on the best, or I don't
Oh,
know.
that's a good idea. Yeah. So
Yeah.
last time we still haven't talked. Oh, did you have your numbers added up?
I have them.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
hear
I
it.
didn't add everything up, but I've got like
That's
everything
okay.
itemized.
Okay.
All right, so the biggest categories I did a show that's 9.5 hours. I
So wait, I'm
spent
sorry, I have a question. Is that just the amount of time selling at the show?
traveling to the show, setting up, selling at the show, tearing down,
Oh,
driving
okay.
home.
Okay, great.
9.5 hours spent 5 hours and 15 minutes loading kilns or unloading kilns.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 hours and 45 minutes of show prep. So that could be pricing work, putting it in bins, packing the car up, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 3 hours and 25 minutes throwing, 3 hours and 25 minutes teaching. I did the ceramic school clay camp on
Oh
Sunday
yeah.
of last week. So 3 hours and 25 minutes doing that.
Okay.
We got 3 hours carving. So that could be the sgraffito work, or I consider, doing the spoon rests or the sponge holders carving
Mm-hmm.
or berry bowls or whatever. Three
Okay.
hours of social media. That's specifically like making content for social media, not just
Okay.
being on social media.
Okay.
We got 2 hours and 25 minutes doing podcasts, which could be listening to the podcast, getting the descriptions written, recording. I think we skipped last week, so we didn't actually record last week. So
Okay.
2 hours 25 doing admin work, computer work. So that could be replying to emails, doing applications, probably printing my where I'll be next, or doing website stuff.
Okay.
Email. I think I did an email list, so that's like admin. Um, we got 2 hours helping for Clay Alliance duties because the show was coming up. I was doing like emails for them, promoting the show. We got an hour and a half of education. So I was attending some of the Clay Camp
Mm.
content. And then we've got an hour doing work for the Backyard Craft Show that Rachel and I host. So, some behind the scenes stuff that we were doing there.
Okay.
45 minutes doing studio maintenance, which could be a range of things. I think I was I don't remember exactly what that was, but and then half an hour cleaning.
Okay.
That's everything.
So that was a total of.
I didn't add it up. I'm gonna
Oh,
add
it's
it up.
okay. Becca, how are you adjusting to having just one cat?
That was a weird segue.
I know, I didn't know what else to talk
She's
about.
trying to fill time.
Yeah, Ryan
Oh,
has to
because
add.
he's still.
I'm
Yeah,
adding everything up that I just told her
uh,
about, which I'm very close.
yeah.
I'm gonna sound like an awful person here, but I think that my life is a one cat life. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like I said, when like I don't know, a couple podcasts ago, I was sad that Lloyd died, but the last couple of months with him have been really rough, and um, he's he was just like sick all the time, hurt all the time, mad all the time, and trying to catch him when he would just run away. And it's really nice having a cat that just like comes up to you and you can just like huck her over your shoulder like a potato sack and then like put
Keep
her
it
in the
moving.
van. Yeah, it's like,
Right.
and all she does is sleep. Like it's. I obviously love Lloyd, and I thought, and like he was my best bud for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been really, really tough. So,
Right.
so I'm doing great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. Glad you're adjusting.
Um, yeah, I think that Dottie's adjusting as well. Well, the first night she took up half the bed, so um, she didn't really give any fucks.
Right.
Um, and I will say that I went out of town this last week, and I do
Mm-hmm.
not think that I will go out of town again without her. Uh,
Oh.
I think that she got really depressed.
Oh.
So, yep. So that's probably she's
Different than
probably
when you were gone for Nsika.
what?
Different than when you were gone for Nsika because you were gone a lot longer for
Yeah, but
Nsika.
she had Lloyd.
Okay.
I think she needs somebody. I don't think it really needs to be anybody in particular, but I do think she needs somebody.
Right.
Um, and at Nsika, she did peace out for a couple days and then come back. So, yeah, I think that I don't think she can be left alone anymore unless she's with somebody. Even if I
Right.
like dropped her off at a friend's and she was like actually with them, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
better than leaving her in the van and having somebody just feed her.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also I realized like weirdly, like Lloyd would never eat pate, like the canned food pate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Dottie doesn't have most of her teeth. And so she
Oh.
loves pate. And so I always got the chunky kind because I was always concerned about Lloyd eating.
Mm-hmm.
And because Dottie would like
She's like, don't forget about me.
she would eat like anything, but I kind of just like realized that it's probably kind of hard for her to chew up the chunks. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start getting her pate.
And if she
Oh,
didn't
that's
eat that
nice.
much, she probably needs to eat more regardless because she's not very heavy. So
Right. So I mean she's got a small body, so I think that her size is pretty equal to her. Like she's got a little chubby tummy now, but yeah, so I think that having the soft food, I was thinking about trying to find just like a food processor at Goodwill to process the rest of the food that I have,
Oh, yeah.
so she could eat it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So she got bit by a snake.
That's what she
Um,
said. Is she okay?
she's fine. I Once I started giving her the appropriate amount of amoxicillin. If anybody's wondering out there, it's 10 grams or no, 75, 10 grams per pound. So she's 7 pounds, so 75 grams,
Is it
70
a
grams.
venomous snake?
Nah,
Oh.
it was probably just like a black snake, a little one.
Oh.
I mean, have you seen the videos of her? She literally has zero personality. Like, she there's no way she even tried to catch the snake, and there's no way she ran away from the snake. There's like,
Oh.
she's got no survival skills and no predatory skills.
Oh.
She's basically dead weight as far as
Oh.
I mean,
Poor
as far as
doggy.
like as far as nature is concerned. I'm sure that it's because she's not had a great life, out on the
Right.
streets.
Right.
But yeah.
She's pretty low on the food chain, it sounds like.
Yeah, she's pretty
Yeah.
low. She's not very heavy, and she's pretty low on the food chain. But God
Poor
bless
doggy.
her. She's really beautiful. That's what the vet said. But you're
The vet
beautiful,
said she was
Dottie.
really beautiful. That's so cute.
No, after I told him that she was useless, he was like, "Yeah, but you're beautiful."
Oh.
It's like
Oh.
Heidi, I got my number.
All right, what is it? Hit me.
48 and a half hours.
Dang, Ryan. And you worked 40
Damn.
hours at your day job.
Yeah. This
Did
also
you work?
includes Sunday and Saturday too. I mean, I was teaching
That's
for
true.
clay camp Sunday, and I was doing a show all day Saturday. So,
Okay, so that includes the weekend.
oh yeah, it definitely includes the
Okay.
weekend. All of
Includes the
these
weekend.
include the weekend.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Because when I did the math for January, I think my math ended up being about 5 hours a day, a little over 5 hours a day.
Okay. Well, yeah, that tracks because you get done with work. And then you probably have 2 hours of not working, and
But
then
I
you
mean,
work until midnight.
yeah, but I mean, there's also a big chunk of the weekend that's like quote unquote available, So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not that out of the question to do 8 hours on Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday, and then whatever during. All right, I'm trying to pull up my Jan.
No,
Okay,
Ryan, I
go
get it.
ahead.
I used to work that much too.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm tired. I mean, I work different now. Like I work earlier. Okay. So 48 hours, and then just so like we don't get really heavy in the weeds, how much revenue did you have last week? Am I allowed to ask you that?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
He's not going to have it right away, though. So we might
Yeah,
have to talk something else.
revenue wise, it's probably going to be. Let's see, it included my show. I can actually run this quick on.
That's fine. Yeah, because you'll have your show, and then you'll have
I have
teaching.
my invoice from teaching. So looks like about $3,000.
Okay, so 3,000.
$3,000 in a week?
Yeah, because I did the show and I was teaching too.
Jesus, I make $500 a week.
But that's not regular. Like I'm not typically doing a show that I can make $2,000 at on a weekly basis, and I'm not teaching where I can make $1,000 teaching.
That's true.
Like that's not regular, but that's the answer.
Okay, that's good. So that's
That
like,
doesn't include Etsy, but Etsy's probably a little bit more. Etsy's maybe
oh
another
no, we need Etsy.
$500 maybe.
Oh, okay. So I need that. Yeah, we need it all.
But the thing is, some of that, Rachel does the packing and shipping. I don't do the packing and shipping, so her time is not included in
Do
the
you
hours
pay
I just gave
Rachel?
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
Pay
does.
Rachel? Okay.
And Erica has her own stuff that she's doing too, and I pay her. So
Right, but I
that's not
think
included in those numbers. That's just me.
Right.
He's an equal opportunity employer.
No, that's fine, but I think we should still add in all revenue that you got last week.
Mm-hmm. So we'll say 500 from Etsy.
Okay, so if it's 3,500 divided by 48, it comes out to like $73 an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's an anomaly
but wait,
of a week, though.
Wait. But like also,
Mm-hmm.
also,
it does. doesn't
to what
include
he
podcast money
said,
too as well. But
oh my God, to what he said, it wasn't like that is, if you average that out, if you like
it's not an
made
average
that,
week.
yeah, that's not an average week, because that would come out to like 150K a year.
Okay, so
And he's at like
Well, why don't we
100.
why don't we just
100.
take 100
Yeah,
K revenue for the year and divide it by
divided by
52
52.
weeks?
I think that's more reasonable.
That's probably more reasonable.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's like 1900
Okay.
divided by 40, we'll say. So that's like $48 an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think she said Jesus Christ, but
Oh,
Oh, I did. Sorry. I'm just doing math in my head. It's fine.
oh, okay. So were you trying to you're just trying to figure out how much money you make an hour, or were you
no,
trying
I'm
to?
just trying to figure out what I should do with that data now that I know how much time I'm spending in the business. Should I use, are there numbers of this that I should care about more than others? Are there certain tasks that, like, realizing how much time I'm spending doing task A over task G is going to be more beneficial? I don't know that I'm doing it to get to an hourly rate.
Okay, all right,
I'm
good.
just trying to do it to understand how much time am I actually spending in the business, not necessarily are those hours healthy to spend that much time. But
I wasn't.
maybe it's like hey, you should consider, is there a way to offload some of those hours? It seems like you're spending more time doing this thing than maybe you should or
Oh,
is
right.
necessary. Or
So, like, what's your favorite part of? What's your favorite part?
if I just get in uninterrupted time, I love throwing or selling at a show.
Okay, what's your least favorite
No, that
part?
was part of your favorite parts, the selling.
Yeah, selling and throwing. Least favorite.
Trimming.
Do you trim?
I don't
No.
trim that much.
No,
I
Oh,
don't
he
okay.
trim
doesn't
that
trim.
much.
That's why it's his least favorite.
Probably glazing.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Does
But
Erica do?
I have Eric. I have Erica do most of the glazing actually. I glazed a lot last week because I was getting a lot of stuff done for the show. So
Oh,
I kind of
okay.
was helping out that week with glazing. So I already offload a lot of the glaze. Erica probably does 80% of my glazing.
Oh, okay. So, like, are you trying to work less in the business?
No, I think I'm just trying to understand where I'm spending my time.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems like I'm kind of shocked. So you said, I think you said you spent 3.5 hours throwing last week. Is that right?
3 hours and 25 minutes, yes.
Okay. Is
I would
that
say
no?
a
Is
lot of
that?
that
Go ahead.
is that normal. I
Is
probably
that?
would have spent more
Hmm.
time doing throwing if I was not glazing.
Oh, okay.
I have to admit that I wasn't really listening to the part where you like said what you were doing, but did you account the podcast in that?
He did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
2 hours and
Okay.
25 minutes of podcasts.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we didn't record last week as well.
What did you do?
I listen to the podcast before it goes out and
Oh,
I write the descriptions of the episode or I reply to emails or you know, I think I was drafting up something
oh,
for an
you were drafting
email.
up the email for a sponsor or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A typical week, I probably do more podcast hours than that. But yeah, it just depends. Obviously, if we're recording, I'm going to spend 2 hours here and then
Yeah.
probably I at least do an hour on the listening side before it goes out.
Right. So I
I'm
guess
so
like
impressed that you still listen to it. I would not. I just take the AI synopsis and put it up there.
I love your honesty.
What can I say? He's already listened to it once.
Well, I was there, but I don't. The thing is, I'm in a different. I'm a more of like producing it and being the host, so I'm in like a different role in
Yeah,
the moment,
listening.
and I'm not actually absorbing the content as if I'm listening. So it's different.
Oh,
Another audible listener. Um, cool.
so you had asked what you should do with these numbers, and I think like it might be a good idea to figure out like which ones are bringing in revenue and which aren't, just so that it's not so it's balanced. You know what I mean?
Okay. So yeah, I think actually one of the talks for the Ceramic School, Sarah from Network Relay was talking about like unpaid effort,
Yeah,
unpaid duties,
yeah,
where it's kind of, admin work, for instance. You're not really
yeah,
getting paid directly for
right,
that work. It's more of a byproduct and something that has to happen, like responding
right,
to emails, but it's not a direct
right. But you still have to make
association with a
sure
sale.
you're getting paid while you're doing that.
Right.
That's where that pricing comes into play.
Right.
Right. So yeah, so you want to make sure you have enough paid tasks where you're getting paid to pay for the tasks that aren't directly making money. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So split up the task by what's actually actively bringing in revenue,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to say unpaid, but I can't remember non-revenue generating or non-revenue tasks yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably do that. Okay. And then what would you like? What kind of breakdown would you expect? Would you ideally have it 75% are revenue generating tasks and 25% are not? Or
Um,
what would you expect
well,
there?
I mean, you wouldn't want it less than half, right?
Because
You wouldn't,
you're burning effort on things that
right,
don't help
right.
move
Yeah.
the business forward.
So I think anywhere from like 60 to 80 would be okay, you know? And I think again, like it'll fluctuate week to week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just like being mindful and aware that, oh, when I do these tasks, it's like sometimes we get hung up on tasks that aren't that important. Like, for instance, sometimes I spend too much time on fonts, and it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting, I'm not, that's kind of thing you just start to kind of,
Yeah, I definitely don't like spending additional time on the computer if I don't have to, where
right,
when it comes to like making graphics or which to my detriment for the email list side of it, I don't like making email campaigns, for instance, but those
right.
can help. They're beneficial, but there's not I mean, I wouldn't say those tasks are directly revenue generating. It's kind of indirectly.
So I would say that like email marketing is directly because it's marketing. So I would put marketing under creating revenue. More like bookkeeping isn't, right?
Hmm.
Um, wedging, well, I don't know.
So, like, what on this list is not generating revenue? Cleaning the studio doesn't generate revenue.
Yes, correct.
Getting education, not directly, like, it's kind of a long game.
Right.
I mean, it could, I guess, make me more
Yeah,
money if I'm changing things in the business.
right. You can
Show
keep going.
prep. I mean, show prep, some of that could probably be reduced, being more organized for my show, but the
Right.
Clay Alliance
Well,
is
I mean,
volunteer, so that's not generating revenue.
do you have like a checklist that you have printed out for every show and you just follow that?
No, I
That's what
would
I
say
used to
it
do.
was higher. It was higher this one because I hadn't done a show since March, so I was doing
Okay.
more work to get prepped for it. I probably
Okay.
had a bunch of finished work that got sanded that week by Rachel, and then I had to go through and price everything and put it in bins and
Okay.
make sure the bins were organized, and I had everything that I wanted to be prepared for the show. So,
Right.
that was probably a little more heavy last week than it's going to be this week.
Right.
I got a
Right.
show this Saturday, but it's an easier show. I'm not taking as much work. I've
Okay.
already accounted for everything, kind of that checklist thing, because I just did a show. So,
Right. It's hard. It's hard to because sometimes like the tasks that don't generate revenue are fun,
like
you
what?
know? Well, like for me, well, I guess it could technically be generating revenue, but I spend too much time picking out songs for reels. I do, and like I have to be like, okay, stop. Like you have to stop now.
Yeah. Do you go through and just save a bunch one day, or you're doing it on the spot before you post it?
Both,
Both. Okay.
both.
I
But like
tend to
I just
save a
did,
bunch so I don't have to spend a bunch of time because I don't.
yeah, but like sometimes like I made a disco ball, and so then I was like, I have to find the perfect disco ball song, and it's like not really like, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, it has to be the perfect song.
Yeah. Do you just search the word disco and go through the list and see what comes up? And
Yep,
because that's what I do.
yep, that's what I do.
You know what would have been a good song for a disco ball is Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh, that would have been.
Yeah, because it's like not really a disco song, but like if you look at a disco ball, it does feel like you're on a magic carpet ride,
Yeah.
even though it's totally about, I think, Coke.
Oh,
No,
really?
it's about LSD.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty sure, right?
and it could all go together, right?
Man, there's a lot of earwigs here.
There's a lot of earwigs in Michigan.
I hate earwigs.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
You don't know what an
really?
earwig is?
No. What is that? A
That
plant?
It looks
oh no,
like a
it's a bug.
beetle with two. It looks like a beetle with two stingers coming out of its butt. A beetle, an ant, and yeah, a beetle and ant together with two stingers that come out of its butt.
Yeah, they look.
Mm.
I mean, they're harmless, but they just look like they're not.
They are harmless.
Yeah.
They won't sting you.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm
well,
looking them
maybe I
up.
need to
Oh,
see.
I've not seen those.
Oh my God. Growing up
They
in
look gross.
Colorado, like I've literally dropped my pants because earwigs were like crawling up my pants.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
All over here in the summer.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan, does that help at all?
I think. I mean, I don't.
Oh
I've got
no.
so the only analysis I've done thus far is just categorizing it by the month, so I know how much time I'm spending per
Okay.
month on the different tasks. So
Mm-hmm.
some of them reveal kind of interesting numbers, like the categories for the whole month of March that I did the most. Yeah, we just finished April. So for the whole month of April, I spent 30 and a half hours. This was Soda Fire Workshop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, yeah. Um, 16 and three-quarter hours podcast.
For the month.
17 hours for the month, yeah.
Hmm.
Now
And
I feel like
then
I have to record how much I do the podcast. We need to start
the third
separating much
highest
better.
was actually, I think some of these numbers include Rachel and Erica as well. But they don't do either of those two that I just said. Um, third one is glazing, 14 and a quarter hours.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Sounds like you need to start throwing more.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I say that because it's your favorite thing to do, and it wasn't
Thro-
even in the top
Throwing 13 hours.
13 hours. So it was close-ish, but not really. Sounds like you
Probably
need to
top
work on the
five.
But that was
the
for last
podcast
week,
less.
right?
What's that, Heidi?
13. Oh no, you did 13 hours for a month?
The whole month, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
That's
very
not a
much.
lot.
The whole month of April. Yeah.
Huh. I'm on your Etsy right now.
Oh
You
yeah.
raise the you pr yeah, you raise the price of your shot glasses.
They're 13.
I see that.
I mostly
Wow.
did that because Etsy turned off well, they said that they were turning off the handling option on the shipping and handling side. So normally I would add per item bought, I would add like 75 cents on the back end to help cover materials and some of the effort, labor involved in packing it.
Okay.
But they took that off, so I raised it $1 to account for it there.
Do you
But
still offer free shipping?
no, I've never offered free shipping.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely anti-free shipping.
And it hasn't impacted your sales at all?
No.
No, I've never
Hmm.
done it.
Maybe I should get rid of my free shipping. I wonder if I
I
would
think
sell more.
I think the free shipping option might be a good delineator if you don't already have. Well, I mean, I've worked at getting those listings to be visible in search, and if you're already visible in search, like shot glasses, artist choice boxes, spoon rests, if they're already reputable, people are leaving a lot of reviews on them. The free shipping like variable is not going to impact that much. But I think if you're fairly unknown, it may raise you up a little bit in the algorithm. But
What, how would you define unknown?
maybe you don't have a lot of sales under your belt. You
What
don't
would
have a
be
lot of
not a lot?
reviews under your belt.
Well,
Like less than 500?
Oh no, I would say less than like 50.
Oh.
oh, oh, maybe I should get rid of it then.
I don't know. I mean, just try. Why don't you try it for? I mean, are you that reliant on those sales directly from that? Can you turn it off for a month?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't, I've had, so
Because
I'm
you have
at,
your own website as well as the Etsy, correct?
yeah, I only sell the Brighter Days collection on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've had over 700 sales. So that would be, and I have almost 200 shop reviews. So, I mean, that's not
And
bad,
with
right?
yeah, that's great. I think all of the shop reviews, do you keep the same listings up? Your brighter days, you have a single listing, you have a bunch of colors on that listing, people can pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, that's what you want for SEO of Etsy. And then
Okay.
people have reviews on those individual listings. So it's giving Etsy more confidence that they should show you higher up because buyers have bought it, they've enjoyed
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay.
All of those things are going to help you in the algorithm to show up higher because, I mean, customers want that confidence
Right.
as well as Etsy wants that confidence.
Well, and like my Etsy sales keep doubling every year.
That's great.
I mean, I don't think they'll do that forever, but
hmm
I
Yeah,
mean, maybe.
mine went down a little bit the last couple of years compared to
Oh, really?
I had like a $25,000 year a couple of years back, and then they went down a little. I think
Oh,
2022 I think was maybe my best year,
okay.
and then it went down. I mean, a lot of that's how much time are you spending putting work on there versus just maintaining what's available there all the time, like the shot glasses and spoon rests and mystery
Right.
boxes. But
Right.
you have to, well, for me, I have to actively be putting more stuff on there to give people a reason to, if I post it on social media, I've got to kind of put new things in there. I'm not promoting my shot glasses and my mystery boxes on social media. That's more organic traffic from Etsy that is
Right.
providing those sales. So yeah, I would try the turn the free shipping off for a month and see what happens, see if you have an impact. I suspect you're accounting for the shipping in your price of the items though, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your prices would go down
Yeah.
on the front end and then
Yeah.
the calculated shipping would, yeah, give it a month. See what happens.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try it.
Because I mean, they got good analytics, so you can see, what are your sales for the last 30 days and compare them to the next 30 days. And
Right.
I mean, if you do put new items in there, that's going to impact it too. So you kind of have to maybe judge just your brighter days sales if you like start putting more work on there.
Yeah, I probably won't put more work on there.
Okay. Then yeah, you've got a good comparison.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try that.
I mean, I just had an influx of the last week or two, I think because Mother's Day.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
So, that's not going to be the, exact equal comparison last 30 days to
Right.
the next 30 days for you, but
Right.
it'll at least give you an idea. You probably got Father's Day purchases coming up, maybe
Yeah.
wedding season's coming up. People are going
Yeah.
to be buying stuff for weddings, wedding
Yeah.
gifts.
No, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try 3 months. I like to try things for 3 months.
Hmm. Are you still doing
And
ads on there or no?
I am, yeah. I only do $1 a day.
Does it are you getting return on that? Does it, because it does attribute them as, hey, this was from an ad. Are you getting more than
I
you're paying?
I need to look. I haven't looked. I don't know if I can.
Potters, let's talk about kiln shelves. If you're still dealing with heavy, fragile, or warped shelves, it's time for an upgrade. Advancer kiln shelves are the thin, lightweight, and ultra-durable solution you've been looking for. Made from nitride-bonded silicon carbide, these shelves are stronger than traditional shelves, but a fraction of the weight, saving your back and maximizing your kiln loading space. They also have much better thermal conductivity than corduroy shelves, allowing for more efficient firings. And cleanup? That's a breeze. Their smooth, non-porous surface resists glaze runs, meaning less scraping and more time making. Advancer kiln shelves come in a variety of sizes for top and front-loading kilns. Becca uses hers in her small L&L plug-and fire kiln, while Ryan uses his in top-loading electric and soda kilns. If you're serious about pottery for the long term, fire smarter and increase your overall productivity with Advancer kiln shelves. Visit kilnshelf.com to learn more and level up your kiln today.
I got a review. I don't see it on the app on my phone.
It should show you
Yeah.
under
I
where
think
is
you
it?
got to go under ads, the ad section.
Oh, there it
Yeah, you
is.
have
I
to
see
go under
it.
ad
Okay.
section.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it says my views went down, but it said I spent. Oh, that's not good. It's it said I spent $29.30 and I had $52 in revenue.
That's better
Okay, so
than losing.
it's
Yeah.
barely covering it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's better than losing it, but let's
Can you look
see.
back at the couple months? Like, can you look back months?
I can you want to see this year?
Sure.
Okay, so, this year it's good. So from January until right now, it says that I've spent $121.02, but the revenue from them has been
Oh shit.
$1,868.
That's
Yeah, it sounds
great.
like it's working. Sounds like
Yeah,
it's
it's
Yeah.
working.
working.
Yeah,
I was thinking you were gonna
sounds
say
like
something
it's
like
good.
$300 and you said 1,000. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, that's great.
Okay, I think I'll keep them on.
Yeah, it sounds like it's doing good.
Yeah,
Are
that's good.
you promoting every listing or are you doing select listings?
Let's
Oh
look.
yeah, that's a good question.
I don't think it's everyone. No, 6 listings.
6
Okay.
listings. Are they your most
Yeah.
popular ones?
Yes,
Or your
because that's
favorite? Okay.
no, they're not my favorite. They're the ones that sell the best because that's what Etsy recommended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I should turn my ads on.
Actually, you know what? That's not true. So 4 of them are the top sellers. That's what Etsy recommended. And then the other 2 are planters because I was like, I should sell more of these.
Yeah.
And
So you're
yeah,
giving a little boost to the ones you wanted to sell more of, yeah.
yeah. So
Okay,
it
that's good.
seems to work. I sold like 5 or 6 of them this weekend, so that's good.
That's great. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
$1,000 for $100 invested,
Yeah.
$120 invested. That's pretty great.
Yeah. When I first started with the Etsy ads, though, I think I had it for everything because you can select everything, and then I figured out
Right.
what was the most popular from that.
Okay. I have another question. Have you, what
Yeah,
do you do anything when people leave reviews? Do you reply to them?
I don't.
You don't? You don't even,
No,
you don't message them?
no.
Okay. I would suggest creating a default thank you message if you feel like doing
Oh,
it. If you
no,
don't feel like
no.
doing it, I would create a, can't remember what they call it. It's not a template, it's a quick reply. Create a quick reply or like a saved reply.
Okay.
I'll read you what mine says. Mine says,
So wait, you sent, is this you direct message them or is this like,
yeah, so if you're on the Etsy app, when you get a review, it's either in the news and activity. This is on the Etsy seller app.
oh yeah, okay, yep, I know what you're talking about.
So you're either in the news and activity section, or if you're on the home, you can scroll down and it says new reviews,
Mm-hmm.
and you can scroll through those. So I just click, I see a new review down below. I click the dot 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 and say, or I think I can just click on their name and say message buyer. And then I have a quick reply that says, thanks for writing up the review for your purchase. They help me with future customers and lets me know you are enjoying your items. Thanks, Ryan. That's all I say.
Oh, okay.
So it's a default message, and I just send it within, a week or two after they've left a review.
So should I do that retroactively,
If you
like,
want, I don't think you don't have to do
like,
every person that left a review till the end of time, but
well, no, like maybe like the past month.
oh yeah, I do that in the last month. I mean, it makes it easy
Okay,
for you to message them. So, and the
okay.
good thing is, if it's a repeat buyer, you can see your past messages with them. And
Oh,
if
okay.
I've seen that I messaged them recently about with the same default message, I might just write a handwritten one that says, I appreciate your repeat buy.
Okay.
Thanks so much. And just keep it kind of casual.
Do you answer people's reviews? Like,
I don't answer publicly.
okay, all right.
Is that
That's
what
what I
you
wondered.
mean?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
publicly.
not doing that publicly. I'm messaging
Okay.
them directly
Okay.
and just, give them a little thank you. And a lot of times they'll, say, oh, I appreciate it. It was great or whatever. I just think it's a
Okay.
nice little extra touch. It adds a little time, but if you batch it and you just do it once a month or
Yeah, that's not bad.
once a week or something, I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
many reviews you're getting, but I do it. I think it's a nice little touch.
No, I think that's a good idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the last time I was on here, Ryan had a couple ideas for me, and I wanted Becca, you need to
Mm.
listen to this because this is crazy. So,
I'm listening.
okay, so we talked about doing a freebie. So I made a PDF, a free PDF, like tips and tricks for image transfer.
So there
So
was an idea,
Okay.
somebody mentioned the idea of doing a free item, like a PDF downloadable thing,
yeah.
just a way to get people on your mailing list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's worked really well.
How long have
What
you had it
what
up and how many people have joined?
Um, I think I've had it I think I did it mid-March.
okay, so what did it have in it? It's just like how to do like screen printing?
Yeah, it's like tips and tricks for screen
Okay.
printing.
Okay.
It's like 2 pages. And all I did was I went through my reels on Instagram and looked at the questions people asked me the most, and I just put them in a PDF.
So
Okay.
just like FAQ. Nice.
Yeah. So I've had 200 people sign up to the mailing list, which I think is
Oh
pretty
my
good.
gosh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's
A
pretty good.
month and a half.
They have to
Yeah.
sign up, right? They have to sign up.
No, they don't have to. They can check the box so they don't.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
default checked, I suspect, right?
Yeah, it's default checked, yeah. And then the
Okay.
other Ryan and I were talking about if we ever reused content
Yeah.
Hmm.
and we were both like, okay, we'll post. And Ryan, did you ever reuse content after we talked about
I did not.
it? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Surprise, surprise.
But I was home recovering from surgery. I didn't have a lot going on, so I could do these things. So I took a video that I made, I don't even remember one, to 2023, maybe the beginning of 2024. And I
Okay.
changed it a little bit and I put some text up and it's had over 3 million views.
It was a
What the
viral one,
fuck?
yeah. So
Yeah.
did you pick it because it was the most popular reel you had in the last like year or something?
No, it wasn't even that popular. I just thought it was cool and it didn't get enough traction. So I was like, I'm posting this again.
I think your hook is what got it. It was the one with what happens if you leave the transfer paper on and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
fire it, and then you kind of
Yeah.
had to wait around to find the answer because you didn't
Yeah.
say anything until the very end.
Right.
3 million
So
views. Wow.
yeah. So it was pretty
Wow.
cool. Yeah. But
Was that
now
the
I
only
kind
one where you reused, or did you reuse others?
no, that's the only one I've ever used.
That was a good
Um,
choice.
yeah, I guess so. But now I kind of want to see if I can like replicate that because someone made a really interesting comment like, "Oh, it's kind of like an archaeological dig." And I was like, "Oh my God, it is." So I was like, that would actually be really cool if I could replicate that as little archaeological digs on pieces. Like people could chip away their own little piece.
Oh,
Oh,
I saw a mug that did that actually
Oh,
somewhere.
you did?
Somewhere recently, somebody is making an archaeological mug where it's like pure silica sand or something
Oh, that's
over,
cool.
yeah, over something, and so you have to like chip away at it with a like a screwdriver, and then
Oh,
it reveals what's underneath. It's really cool.
oh, you should send it to me so I can copy them.
Okay, well, I don't
I'm
know for
kidding. I'm
sure
kidding.
if
I'm
I
kidding. I'm
know
kidding.
where it is,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
but it was cool.
but Heidi, when you
Yeah,
chipped it off, was it needed a lot of sanding or no?
no, no.
Okay.
But I also feel like if there are people that are into that sort of thing, they like people like so like my degree, I have a minor in classical studies, like the nerdiest thing, but like
Classical studies. What is that?
mm-hmm,
Archaeology adjacent?
yeah, kinda, yeah. And then I also have a minor in art, no, a major in art history. So like that would be so cool to me
Hmm.
to have a piece where you could like there could be different things like skeletons or even like
That's a
woolly
great idea.
mammoths or you know it could be anything. You could even like look up things that they found in archaeological digs and like kind of replicate it.
You
There you
could.
go.
Did you know do you know what the most found I'm totally nerding out. Do you know what the most commonly found object is in archaeological digs?
Bones.
No.
Seashells.
No, pottery.
What is
Pottery?
Pottery.
it?
Yeah,
Pottery?
pottery.
I think that
Pottery.
makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeopardy question of the day.
Yep. Okay, so I'm done geeking out about that, but I think there's some
That's
potential.
I think that's a great idea. I think
Yeah.
you can, even if there's little bits that are visible and people buy it based on the little bitty, I don't know. Can you wrap the entire thing and leave it where you have to chip the entire thing away?
I
Or
don't know. I tried a test piece and I didn't put the slip on thick enough, so it started to peel away.
Hmm,
So I'm gonna have to do more testing,
okay.
but it's kind of cool.
Even if it was just like a little window, a
That's
little
what the one that
area.
I saw had. It was like a little area and you like chipped it away and there's like little bones under it.
Oh yeah, that's what it would be, just like a little area. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. All right, you got a
Yeah.
great idea. We're gonna check in on that in about 9 months,
Okay.
6 months.
When we do
Okay.
another podcast with you, obviously.
Yeah. So, do we have to do our maker of the moment?
We
Oh
should.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Can you
Who's
pause
got theirs
while
ready?
I'm ready.
Well,
Becca,
I'm
what did
not.
you need to do?
I'm nothing. Hold on.
Are you going to the bathroom right now?
No.
No,
Okay.
she's looking for her maker.
No, I'm not. I was buying something
Oh.
online.
Oh. Okay.
I was
What did
buying a tent and then it didn't work for some reason, but it still
Are you
charged
going
my card.
camping? Or is it a
No,
miss?
no, okay, no, I wasn't buying a tent. You know the tent I have, the studio that I
Oh,
little
yeah,
made
yeah.
last year? I have a tent and I remember last year when I was tearing it down, I was like, there is no fucking way I'm putting this up again over grass. And I found out that the company that makes it makes like an octagonal um tarp that you can put under it. And then they also make sidewalls that you can put on the side for shade. So,
Oh, that's nice.
and my mom gave me some money for my birthday, so I thought I'd use that for that.
Oh my God.
It's totally fine. Val forgot to.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Bruh, I don't care. Thank you, and I seriously do not care if you forgot. I am 100% truly serious that I don't care.
Did you eat your cotton candy cake?
You mean my 2 cotton candy cakes? I started eating it not like a cake. I just started eating the bottom
Wait,
layer, and I was bummed to find out that the bottom layer is green apple, but all the other layers are really good flavors, so I'm ready. I'm ready for the other layers.
wait,
Mm.
what? I need I
It's
need
just
more
a layer. It's
information.
just layers of cotton candy into the shape of a cake.
Yeah.
Oh, was it good?
I've had a lot of sugar in the last week, so I'm going slowly.
So wait, when is your birthday? The second? No,
The
No, it's the
first.
first.
the
May
first.
1st.
Okay. Oh, look, my
Okay.
phone's right here.
She's gonna save that so she doesn't forget next year.
I am.
Heidi, when's your birthday?
I'm not telling you.
Fucking tell me. That's not fair.
It's okay. It's my parents' anniversary.
Okay, that's great. What date?
It's June 20. It's June 25th.
Okay, I'm putting that in my calendar.
June
Okay.
25th.
June
Ryan's
20,
is Ryan's is
April
April
20th.
April 20th.
Yeah, just had
Oh, it
mine.
was on Easter this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, your birthday's in my calendar. Hey, my
Okay.
parents' anniversary is June 6th, and so
Oh,
is
really?
Ryan's, right?
No.
When is your parents' anniversary?
My parents is June 19th.
June 19th. That's
Oh,
what it was. Okay, so his parents got married in the same year and the same month as my parents.
really?
Yeah, they got married the same year
That's
and
cool.
in June.
Cool.
1982.
Yep. Okay. Maker of the moment. How about Heidi? You go first.
Okay. I don't remember exactly what you want, but I will. So her name is Autumn McKay. And Ryan, she's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh,
Oh.
hmm
wait a second.
And so let's see,
Autumn
it's
McKay.
underscore Autumn McKay.
I feel like I've met her
McKay.
before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I recognize her. Continue.
I thought maybe, I think I like her work because it's colorful, but it's also kind of muted, so it looks kind of rustic. Um,
Yeah.
and she's got circles and like different patterns, and she uses a dark clay. I think it's really cool.
Oh, she's the artist in resident at Core Clay. Okay. I'm not familiar with her work, but okay. I'm guessing she probably traveled here to be the artist in resident.
Okay.
Yeah.
And her last post also
Nice.
has a disco ball, so that doesn't hurt. Yeah, they're
Disco
cool.
ball. Nice.
hmm
Okay.
Oh
Did
my
you get
gosh.
that,
The
Becca? Do you find it?
Whew, I did find it. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you said in the last 10 seconds because when I reposted the story, I didn't realize there was like an audio on the story, and it was just like very loud in my ears while I was trying to type.
Oh, I don't think we said a lot.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like her stuff.
Yeah. It's cool.
Autumn McKay. Okay.
Yeah.
Underscore Autumn MCKAY.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I will go next.
Okay.
Mine is I found this the other day, and um I it, this might be the lowest followers we've had, which I'm really excited about. They have 109 followers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and the Instagram is Shell Bell Art Studio, and they're based in New Jersey. And and she makes
Hmm.
these little monster mugs, and they're cute as
Oh, those are cute.
fuck. They're just like so cute.
Oh, look at she has a monster adoption center.
It's adorable.
Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's a she or a her or a him or a they. It doesn't say. So
That's
they
okay.
have a monster adoption center. It's very cute.
It's very, very cute. And I think that it looks like this person is within the first couple years because I can see like a development of style,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I can't wait to see where they go because these little monsters look fucking cute as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you find it, Ryan?
Yeah, I was looking at the website. It's Shelly Dean
Oh.
is their name. It's funny they have a monster adoptions program on a page on their website.
Oh, that's really cute.
And it's saying, why adopt? No feeding required, unless you count compliments.
That's so funny.
Low
That's really
maintenance.
funny.
They never wake you up at 3 a.m. for a walk. And
That's cute.
guaranteed laughs.
That's really
Each
cute.
Oh my
each monster
God.
comes with a hilarious name and backstory that will charm your socks off. Or eat them.
Or eat them? I
Or
like
eat
that.
them. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's great.
Oh, then she has a photo gallery of them in different places, which is really funny. Did you
Where
see
is
that
that
at the
on her
bottom?
website?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
It's really funny.
It's like AI backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
Oh
part of
my
their
gosh.
story that gets written for them.
Hold on, Dottie. Um, I don't know how to turn the music off, but the uh the audio clip on her one of her pictures is the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right, we'll have to check back and see where her follower count
Okay.
is over time.
Whew, these pictures with the music on it is not fun. Okay, great. Who's your person, Ryan?
All right, mine is Meg's Levessier Ceramics.
Okay, I found that one. Okay.
So
Oh,
I
it came up.
believe she's in Columbus, Ohio. So I've seen her work at Queen City Clay. She's got some stuff there. It's a lot of I believe it's terra sigillata, and the pots are just really smooth and really like matte, and it's a great, really cute mugs. It's a lot of different colors. She's got a lot of rainbows on things. She's got kind of like the terra sigillata has a little bit of like a crackle effect, like maybe it's
Mm,
cracking on the surface and she's like rubbing some stain into them or
yeah, that's really pretty. It looks like a tree trunk.
yeah, they're really nice.
It does. Those little palettes are cute too.
Yeah, the palettes are cute.
Oh,
Mhm.
there's like a little dish that's a cat rolled up into a ball. Looks like a little
A cat? I didn't see
it's
that
like a
one.
little jewelry dish.
The vases are cute.
She's got some dishes that look like one of them looks like a hamburger. She's got like an artist palette, little side table dish.
I like those little
Yeah, just a
artist
lot of good
Mm-hmm.
colorful work, and it just looks really fun
Oh,
and
there's the cat rolled up. Oh, that is
playful.
cute.
Where's the
How
cat rolled up?
it's in, if you go down to March 13th, 2024. How do you think she's getting that crackly surface?
Maybe she's firing it too hot or it doesn't fit her.
I wonder, I think maybe she's putting it on green, bisking it, and then she's like rubbing something into it. Maybe it's crackling a little bit at the bisque.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the shrinkage is a little bit different on, the shrinkage rate is not perfect.
Right.
So it's kind of crackling.
They're cute though.
So that's Meg's. I have not seen her at any shows, but her work is at Queen City, so I've seen it there.
Oh, okay.
Really nice. I've not bought one yet. I kind of want to see her at a show and get a good selection of options
Right.
to buy a mug. All right, that's our maker of the moment. Becca, you got that one posted?
I got all of them I've got all of them posted.
All
Yes.
right.
Good to
You,
go.
you know something else that just came out with a bunch of colors?
Mm-mm.
Speedball.
Speedball just came out with a bunch of new colors. Mid-range
Oh,
colors of glazes.
oh, you know what? Those are pretty.
Look who's doing segues now.
No, the new glazes are pretty. I mean, from
What's
what
that?
I've seen, I haven't seen them in person.
What's that like mystically purple one? It's like
Blue
moonshine or
Blue Flame is that one, and then there's a Galaxy Mist that's kind of got
Galaxy Mist. That's the one
purples
I was
to
thinking
it as
about.
well.
Galaxy Mist. I want to see that one. How it. I want to try that one. It looks so cool. I also want to try
So
the yellow, the buttery one. What is it?
lemon
Buttercup.
drop.
Oh, lemon drop
Lemon drop. Lemon drop. Yeah.
Here's a Galaxy Mist on the bottom.
on the
Yeah.
bottom. Wait, what?
The bottom color.
Oh, it didn't. I like that.
Yeah.
I think I like the Blue Flame the best of the new colors.
The blue flame. Oh,
Blue Flame. So
let's see.
this is the lemon drop on this side here.
Oh, yeah,
The Blue Flame's on the bottom here.
that's
And then
pretty.
this is another, I think this is lemon drop on top of it. So
Oh, I like that.
got some good purple
Yeah.
hues to it. Yeah, so there's 6 new colors. They've got
Do you have the
lemon
dragon's
drop,
eye?
dragon's eye. Yeah, I don't have as many tests with that. That's the more vivid blue one.
Yeah.
So I got these.
Oh, I like that. That almost looks like a barium blue.
It kind of looks like
Pretty.
on the sucker clay. It kind of looks like denim a little. I don't know.
Oh,
It's not
uh-huh.
quite light enough for denim. And then this is on top of Prisma Green.
Oh, that's pretty.
This one pinholed a little bit, but yeah, I would say the Dragon's Eye is probably my least favorite just because it's so vividly blue, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm less into the just bright blue.
Mm-hmm.
But Dragon's Eye, Prisma Green, Blue Flame, Natural Opal, Lemon Drop, and Galaxy Mist.
Is the natural opal what you put on the top of some of those?
It's on a couple of them. I think this one, and I think this one. I think it's on top of this one here.
Okay.
It's more of like a white. The natural opal's on the bottom of this one.
Okay.
It's more like a white. I would definitely recommend natural opal layered with something
Okay.
because it's a little bit like just a glossy white. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I guess if you did thinner coats, it might not be as glossy. or it would have a little bit of interest or variety to it.
Gotcha.
But I just unloaded some more and we got some good options. Ooh, I love this lemon drop with the natural opal.
Oh, that's pretty. That's really
It's got
pretty.
almost like a microcrystalline look to it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
But yeah, it's more like a glossy white sort of by
Are you
itself.
gonna try those in the soda count?
Maybe. It's just a
Maybe.
lot to paint them on, but
Oh, that's
um,
true. Yeah.
so they're sold in pints.
Mm-hmm.
They're paintable. I did a bunch of tests for the Instagram takeover when I did a collab post with them.
Oh,
And
nice.
then I actually just did more of them just to kind of see the other combos that we didn't try. Because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
do a ton of the natural opal options. And they look pretty good. So pretty happy with this assortment. It's less I think the last batch they released was a lot of colors at once. So there was a lot of overlap in it's kind of like they took like a semi-transparent glaze and they added some color into it. So, like
Okay.
raspberry fizz or the other one. Um, I think coral something, which was more like one skewed more pink and one skewed more orange, but they were both similar, like consistency wise. It was like a more transparent color with just some uh, a little bit of different color tones to it. But these have a lot more, I think, variety and like the like depth of them. It seems like you could play around a lot more with how thick they are and get some different variety with them, especially with you if you layer them with other colors. I always tend to layer my glazes anyway, so works out pretty well for that.
Right. They're pretty.
Becca, would you
And those
try? I
just
think you were
came
talking
out.
about, yeah, those just came out, I think, in the last, I think in Sika is maybe
Oh, okay.
around when they came out. Becca, you were talking about maybe lining some of your
Yeah,
cups when
I
you
would
get to
yeah, I would
that
love
statement.
to line some of my cups with them because not only would I like to stick to one brand, um, I'd like to stick to the brand that I work for.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I have little a few glazes from other companies that I want to I'm not going to waste them by any means. I'm going to use them up, but I would love to get to an exclusive speedball situation. Yeah. And I want to start testing their low fire clear on my mid fire pieces on the outside. See how they look over
Oh,
the clears or over the underglaze. Yeah.
Just see how if it's still stable, kind of thing. Are you
Yeah.
on earrings or on the?
I already use it on earrings and it's great. And I want to
oh,
see how
okay.
it does on functional wear. So, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. No, I'm like really stoked about all the new stuff that they're coming out with. I also, like, I wish that I used mid fire glazes like this more because Scott, the guy who formulates all these glazes, is so passionate about it and like into
Oh,
it. And he just loves it so much. I know that they do collaborate with some artists on the glazes and stuff or whatever, but he's just so excited about it. He's always making new stuff and he's always testing out things. Like his entire office is just filled with test tiles. And he's just like completely and utterly obsessed with ceramics. So, with glazes specifically. So, I would love to start using them just because I love talking to Scott about them. And, you
he probably
know,
likes having somebody that's interested in the building that can talk
yeah,
at that
we
level.
chat when he
Because
walks by sometimes. And like when I see him, I don't see him a lot because we work in different areas. But yeah, you know,
that's
uh,
cool.
yeah, it's fun to hear what he's working on. And like he's trying to test and push boundaries in ways that I would have never thought. So, yeah.
yeah, I think they've got 42 colors now, I believe.
Yeah.
Of
Glaze colors?
the mid-range glazes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Or
didn't realize
maybe it's
that.
30, maybe it's 36.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're really going out. Yeah. I did talk to, you know what's funny is that I did talk to a guy that helps clean out the buckets. Like all the they have these big drums of like the inks and everything like that. And I was like, what's the easiest thing to clean out? And he was like, the glazes, for sure, the glazes. So,
Because they don't stick to the
yeah,
buckets, or
yeah, yeah. So,
well,
and they're
that's
like
good.
the most water soluble. So, anyway, you're supporting Larry when you buy the glazes. Yeah,
Thank you, Larry.
yeah.
All right, Becca, where do you find all that information at? Or Heidi?
Does Heidi know the jingle?
Yeah, I'm like
Well, do you know the website?
speedballart.com.
Yes.
Question mark? Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Speedballart.com.
Speedballart.com.
Yep.
Do
And
they
it
have a
goes,
jingle?
I do. It goes
Oh, do it.
SPEEDBALL speedball.
Becca, that's really cute.
Thanks.
I haven't heard.
Comes
I
it
like
comes
that.
from another campfire song. So my mom, should I sing the campfire song, Ryan?
Well, it's also
Yeah, I
from.
don't remember it.
Have you ever seen The
It's
Music Man?
of course.
Oh, okay. Because it's in that too.
What's in that?
That jingle,
Is it that
isn't it?
lollipop song?
Oh, wait, no, that's not from The Music Man.
No, it's the
What's
lollipop song. Have you heard the lollipop song?
Sing the lollipop song?
It goes LOLLIPOP spells lollipop, lollipop. It's the only decent kind of candy. The guy that made it must have been a dandy. LOLLIPOPUC. It's something on a stick and it's bound to make you sick. It's lollipop for me. Oh, I'd rather suck on a lemon drop than try my luck with a lollipop because it always chops my lollipop and it gets all over icky.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. There's another one that spells out castor oil. Same tune.
I know we used to have to sing this in school, but I
Girl
don't know
Scouts.
why. No, for like, so I went to a Catholic school and like we used to have to sing this near St. Patrick's Day. HARRIGANUC. It's a name that, oh, what is it? It's a name that is Harrigan. That's me, which is not my name. I don't know why we sang that song.
Is it the school? It's not like a school theme song, is it?
No, maybe
It's
because
not.
the priest was Irish.
Oh.
I don't know why we had to
Well,
sing that song.
the castor oil song has the same tune, and instead of saying it says it's the only decent kind of medicine, the guy that made it must have been an Edison.
Oh,
It's a lick on a spoon, and it's bound to make you zoom. It's castor oil for you.
it's bound
Mm,
to make you zoom.
because it's
Yeah, I
castor
guess.
oil. It's motor oil.
Oh, okay.
No,
Or right,
no,
castor oil. Oh, that's not motor
no,
oil.
castor oil is for it's medicine. It's not
Okay.
motor oil. It's not
I was
motor oil.
thinking motor
But
oil.
isn't there castor oil, motor oil too?
Yes, there is, but it's not
Okay.
that. It's
Okay.
not that.
But wait, why would it?
But
Isn't castor
what?
oil so you go to the bathroom?
It's
I
making
don't
you
know.
zoom to the bathroom, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
No,
know.
I
that's why I
think
was
castor
like,
oil.
what?
I think that castor oil was like I think it was like a cold medicine.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me look.
I'm gonna look too.
Okay, good, because I have 16%.
And oh, here we go. Yeah, it says four benefits and uses of castor oil. Number one, a powerful laxative. That's what I thought it was used for. That's why I was like, it makes you zoom.
Zoom to the bathroom.
Yeah. And then
Maybe
it
it was
says,
Zune. I don't know. It's an old song.
I don't know. Then
My
it
mom
says
used to sing it to us.
that's funny.
That is
Huh.
funny. Castor oil. There we go.
So okay,
All right.
friends.
Any last words? I can't see the time, so I can't see how long we've been on
Oh,
here.
it's 8:39.
Which
Okay.
means that it's our bedtime in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Good point.
Yeah.
Keep making pottery. It's my closing word.
Yeah, as I'm
I don't
doing
know. Keep
sponge
making pottery.
holders.
Hey,
Sponge
I
holders
have
sold like crazy the last couple shows. I actually upped the price on them.
Oh.
what is
Oh.
the price now?
$28.
Holy
Dang.
shit!
I had
Good
him
for you.
25 before, and I was like, this is more work than the spoon rest for sure. Because I
Right.
was thinking, okay, they're probably not going to sell that much. I didn't have a ton of them. And now I've got a decent footprint of them at a show, and I think I sold 9 on Saturday at 28
I like
bucks.
You
yours
know,
because they're tall.
you can use your sponge holders as taco holders, Ryan.
I could. I need to make some fucking taco holders. I've been saying that. Every single time I have tacos, I'm like, damn, I need to make that taco holder. Like the little wavy, the three, the thing that
Mm-hmm.
holds 3 tacos. Yeah, I have yet to
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you don't actually have to. You could just take 3 sponge holders.
put 3 sponge holders on a plate.
Yep.
Just
Mm-hmm.
make do with it.
Yep.
Good. Sounds like
Okay,
a good
I have
idea.
a challenge for all of us that's kind of fun.
Okay.
Okay. Larry, actually, the guy actually I don't totally know his name is Larry. I'm pretty sure it is. Renzo told me his name was Larry, but then his name might be Lauren. Anyway. Um
It
anyway.
sounds different.
Anyway,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's Lauren
um
say?
um he was telling me about how they used to use like how you can get old pots and put them on and put a needle to them and hear like a phonograph and hear what they were saying because it'll record the sounds.
Wait. I'm sorry,
What are
back
you
up a second.
saying?
Yeah, you got a lot of things. You take old pots?
Yeah, you've never heard that? Like people have thrown pottery and while they were spinning the pottery they were talking and the lines in the pottery keep the sound and it's a record.
Are
It's
you
essentially
bullshitting? Because I can't understand what you're
I
saying. That
mean,
makes no sense.
no, I'm not bullshitting you. The
It sounds
okay,
like a put your ear up to a shell to hear the ocean kind of deal.
no,
okay, so how do you play it back?
you put a needle on it like an actual record thingy. You would put it on the side or whatever. I don't know, but you would like put it on the wheel and put the needle on it, and the um it captures the sound through the reverberate. It's a real thing. I swear to God, it's a real
No,
fucking
I
thing.
believe you. I
But
believe
wait, are
you.
And
you saying how are if you're physically throwing it with your hands, you're telling me your hands are indenting in the sound of the audio that you're listening to at the moment?
yeah,
How is it fine-tuned enough to get those intricacies? Like I don't
it's
understand how
definitely
it would
not
be.
fine tuned enough, but um, so
Old pots.
Okay, I think you need to have Larry on the podcast.
it
Yeah,
says
I think
some
we need to
theories
get a
and
follow-up on this.
experiments. Listen, it says some theories and experiments explore possibility of sound being encoded or recorded within the structure of pottery. Specifically, one 2006 article in Ronan Bui, whatever, discusses a theory where vibrations during the pottery making process could be imprinted into the clay, potentially allowing a sound playback later. So here's my thought.
That would
I
be really
think
cool.
I think that all 3 of us should try to do this and come back in 3 months or 6 months in when we're not busy in January and
How do you play it? I don't understand how you would play it though.
we'll figure it out.
No, I want to know how you're going to do this because I don't want to put all. I mean, I'm not going to do it in anyways, but uh,
Ryan!
God, every
it
fucking
makes
party needs
no
a pooper.
sense. It makes no sense.
What if we all made
Maybe that's the point.
flat things? What if we all made flat things
That
and
makes more
played it
sense.
on your Okay, let's try that. Can we try that?
But what do you? So we're just throwing a flat piece and you're rubbing like, do you?
No, use your
Do
fingers.
you?
I will try it.
I don't understand how that would do anything, but
I don't understand either, but I'm willing to try. So we just gonna throw a record then?
Yeah.
Like a flat, just throw, okay. How thick does it matter?
No, probably like quarter inch, maybe.
Okay.
And I think you would throw the flat thing, maybe throw the flat thing and like flatten it out super smooth and then put your finger on it and kind of like swirl it out as maybe you're talking or a music is playing or something like that.
Okay. I'll try it. I'll speak faster.
No, don't speak faster.
Well, no,
Just
because if,
have an
okay.
argument with Bobby.
Okay. He'll love that.
Bobby's my cat's name, so I just pictured having an argument with my cat.
Oh yeah, no, Bobby is Heidi's brother.
I know.
It says there's no conclusive scientific proof that sounds were initially intentionally recorded or could be reliably extracted from pottery.
This
I
sounds like
I would think you would have to have something that would be actively moving at a rate like a needle would, and then there would have to be vibrations to that platform. Like I don't see how your fingers would leave enough of an impression.
You know what makes me angry is how smart you are. The next
I
the
barely
next
even understand how a fucking record works. I'm like, that blows my mind
it
too.
is so crazy, isn't it? The next paragraph says the main argument against this theory is that the potter's tool, a stick, is not directly connected to any sound pickup mechanism. The stick doesn't vibrate in response to sound, making it unlikely to create sound related patterns on the clay.
okay, but okay.
Yeah,
What
if
if
you
you
had if
took
you had the stick attached to a speaker and the speaker was vibrating with the stick, that makes more sense than my body is going to influence it. My body's probably going to absorb a lot of the sound. It's not going to
Wouldn't your
reverberate through my
finger
body.
wouldn't your finger like with the
How's my
sound?
finger going to flex with the sound of the music?
Okay. What if you take a throwing stick and you take the sponge end and you put it on your throat and then you put the stick part on, you've already thrown the record. You put the stick part on the clay and then you speak and then it'll vibrate and create something.
Well, what if you did that but just put it up to a speaker?
What
You
if I
could do-
made a massive speaker and stood on top of it while I made the circle thing?
That's probably a better idea,
That
Ryan.
makes more sense that my
Yeah.
entire body is vibrating with
Yeah, that does
sound.
make
Yeah.
more sense.
I think that sounds good.
And then we're all going to lose our hearing.
The way you made it sound at first, Becca, is like people could record, like bowls were haunted and like people recorded things and like you could play
Like
it
they were
back.
leaving messages in the
Yeah, like
bowls.
yeah, that's what you made it
Well,
sound like.
I
And I was like,
remember hearing about this years ago, and that's kind of how it sounded at that time to me too.
oh, because if that were a thing, that'd be pretty cool. I mean,
want
I
to
don't
know,
know how it'd
like,
be
was this
possible, but
like a thesis paper or something? Because it sounds like some bullshit to me. But it sounds like sometimes I say voodoo. This sounds like voodoo to me. Like I don't understand.
Sounds like
voodoo.
bullshit is your lack of
No, I'm going
creativity.
through the thought process of why it would work as a human throwing. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't agree with your logic. Your
Well,
logic
maybe it would.
way of thinking.
Maybe
How
maybe it
loud
would
would that
sound
music
like
have to be vibrating the entire room that you're in?
I
maybe
don't
it would
know.
sound like whale sounds.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm still gonna try it.
I think maybe putting your entire wheel on something that vibrates would maybe Rather than
Yeah.
having your body vibrate, have the
Have the
device
disc
that
vibrate?
have the
No,
have the
because
wheel
then
vibrate.
no, because then when the wheel is like being turned around, it's like no, it can't because you need the music to be on one side being turned around.
You need the music to be on one side. What does that mean?
Like one
So the other
specific
side's
spot
flat.
because it's turning.
Right.
The music needs to be
Oh,
pinpointed.
It can't be like an actual record because it's not pressed, right?
Right.
Yeah. I
I
understand what
just
you're saying.
besides that part of recording it, I don't know how you would play it though as
Ryan's
well.
so funny because he's like, I am not playing along at all. And I'm like, I will play
No, I'm
along,
just
Becca.
yeah.
You're like, no, yeah.
If you have no idea for how you're gonna play it, I'm like, what's the point in doing this if you don't even know how you're gonna play it? How are
Listen,
you gonna
every
test your
party
hypothesis?
needs a
No,
pooper, okay?
we're
That's why we
gonna
invited you.
we're gonna try it on the record player.
Yeah, you're a record player.
Not my record player.
Why not?
I'm not involved here.
Because Ryan's not down with this idea.
I've already put enough
It's
involvement in
voodoo.
this. I'm logging this as some admin time.
Okay, Carl.
No.
Oh, fucking K, Carl.
Oh, Carl.
I just got a bunch of soap dishes, spoon rests done. Spoon rest, not spoon rest. What are they? Sponge holders?
Sponge holders.
26.
Okay, good job.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Heidi.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Joe just
Heidi-
opened the door because he wondered if I was still alive.
Heidi Fahrenbacher, Bella Joy Pottery on Instagram.
Yep.
And
Come say hi.
Yeah.
check out her transfers. They're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
check out
out
my
by the time.
transfers. Yeah.
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 There we go.
Thanks for
All
having
right.
me on.
Thank you for
Bye,
coming
guys.
back. Thanks everybody for
Bye.
listening. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to another episode of Wheel Talk. This podcast is made possible through the contributions of all of our listeners who always ask us great questions, leave us reviews, and contact with us through social media. Thanks to all the fellow makers as well who take time to be interviewed and share about their lives and businesses.
And thank you to Ashley from Boldover Ceramics and Lindy from Lindy Garner Ceramics for their assistance on the Wheel Talk Podcast Instagram. You are invaluable. Thank you to everybody.